Fifers arriving. Welcome to the Fifers DD991 podcast. I'm Rocky. It's Thumper, Gilly the Grumpy Dad, and Mick Daddy. And today's Father's Day, and it's also like, I think, episode 59, if I'm correct. So we're almost there to 69, the magic number. Anyways, we're going to start whatever. So who would like to begin?
Well, first of all, wish everybody, all the dads out there, happy Father's Day. You know, and now, Mick, I do like your name, Mick Daddy.
Seems appropriate.
Mick Daddy, I like it.
Now, what did everybody eat today for Father's Day?
Well, that's a two-stager. This morning, I made heavy cream biscuits with sausage gravy and uncured bacon for brunch. And then after this whole thing is over, I'm going to go back out to the grill and do up some T-bone steaks.
Nice. I know I got some smoked chicken in the smoker right now, so gonna baste that. There's some barbecue sauce, let it steam in that for a while, for about an hour, then it should be ready to go.
Beauty.
And that's one thing about after you put a little smoke on your fucking chicken, right? Got to where you want them to finish them off. Then that sauce or butter, dude, that fucking, especially bone-in ones, dude, that the bone just slides right the fuck out of them.
Now you got thighs and legs going on?
Just thighs.
Thighs, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't do legs very often. I like the thighs more, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so do I.
I mean, I used to do legs all the damn time, but I was like, fuck that. Nah. You know, we already know what Hodges had, so.
Made right.
Rocky. What did your wife make you today, or your kids make you?
She's making steaks for us right now.
Nice.
Yeah, what cut?
I don't know.
A birria style?
Our favorite cut is actually ribeye.
Yep.
So it's going to be
a good cut, yeah.
Ribeye, you really can't go wrong with ribeye. I mean, I love the
it's all
pork
fatty and
steak.
buttery.
Yeah.
Dude, I just like steak regardless.
And she do the tomahawks for you?
Huh?
She's gonna do the tomahawk one for you?
Probably not. Who knows? Dude, I just appreciate she cooks for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I appreciate the things she does for me. Like, I'm thankful because she does those things for me. And she did them because she wanted me. So it works out. It's cool.
Now, the fact that you guys run a food truck, which is basically a restaurant, does that take away the joy of cooking that you have at home because you do it for a living?
The only thing that it takes away from, I don't get sick of our tacos or our quesadillas or nachos or whatever.
Yeah.
My wife gets sick of it. But I don't get sick of the food, man, because I'm like, when I eat our food, I'm like, well, I know I made this food and it's really good, so I'm proud of it.
Well, I kind of went more toward the act of cooking, like since it's a thing you do for a living, does the act of cooking for yourself get diminished because you do it for a living?
No, it's just it's part of life. You know what I mean? You cook, you prepare things, whether you're doing it for a mass amount of people or just 2, 3, 4, 5 people in your house, it makes no difference.
Well, that's good to know.
Well, that's me. I'm making it out of love, right? I love tacos, or I love whatever I'm making the kids. Like one day I cooked my daughter some eggs and I poured cinnamon in it and she loves it. Cinnamon with bacon, right? I made her some bacon and some eggs with a little bit of cinnamon in it, maybe a little bit of cinnamon sprinkled on the bacon, and she loves it, man. She's like, she asks for it all the time. So it's like that kind of stuff,
Okay.
Oh, if she likes that cinnamon on the bacon, try a maple pepper rub on the bacon before you cook it. Yes. because I make my own. You can buy it, but I like my own. So, but I mean, that's good. That's how I do the turkey bacon when I want to candy it a little bit on the smoker. So I've never thought about putting cinnamon in eggs. I've never thought about that.
No,
You
that
got to
one
put a
never
little
occurred to me.
pinch of sugar in it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like making like cinnamon toast, like cinnamon toast, right? Mixed it together with cinnamon and sugar, right? Is that how you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Mix it up with cinnamon and sugar, then pour it a little bit on there. You know, cook it like that.
I didn't put the sugar in, but
Okay.
I think next time I'm gonna do that. But I want to like what I'm trying to do, like when I cook my food, is like I know that bacon is salty,
Oh yeah.
and it's at that level of salt that is just like the best level of salt, right?
Yep.
And then I've got this other stuff, which is the eggs. So if I mix a little bit of cinnamon and sugar in it, I
Yep.
want it to like counter so that like when the tastes come together, they go like this.
Oh yeah.
So it's like good. It's
Yep.
whatever salty is and sweet at the same time. It's great.
And that's why I love putting that like a sweet rub on bacon, cooking it like that. I mean, it's like, I mean, you get both the best worlds doing that. You know, I'm not a big sweets guy at all. You know, so. But hey, did y'all know that Father's Day was actually started by a woman?
Really? That's cool.
Well, it didn't come along until 1972, right?
Hmm.
But at night, here, let me share this here.
That's almost like I almost don't believe that, but if that's actually true, that's
Well,
actually cool. That's a great
This
woman.
is from the Almanac, Forgotten History of Father's Day, right?
Uh-huh.
In 1909, Sonora Smart died of Spokane, Washington, was inspired by Anna Jarvis and the idea of Mother's Day. Her father, William Jackson Smart, a farmer and a Civil War veteran, was also a single parent who raised Sonora and her 5 brothers by himself after his wife, Ellen, died, giving birth to the youngest child in 1898. While attending a Mother's Day service in 1909, Sonora, then 27 years old, came up with the idea. Within a few months, Sonora had convinced the Spokane Minstrel Association and the YMCA to set aside a Sunday in June to celebrate Father's Day. She proposed June 5th for her father's birthday. The ministers chose the third Sunday in June so they would have more time after Mother's Day. You know, but
Fair enough.
But in Europe, some of that shit goes back to the 1500s in Europe. You know, celebrating fathers. You know, but I thought that was interesting that one of the first Father's Days, you know, people doing it actually was started by a woman because she was raised by a single dad. You know, because her mom died during childbirth. You know,
Even in the movies where the dad's like a single dad, he's always a good guy.
Yeah.
You know, the
get
first
much of
movie
a
I ever
choice.
recognized where the dad was a single dad was Commando.
Yep.
Oh yeah, with Alyssa Milano.
Commando
Yeah.
with fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and Alyssa Milano.
Yep.
Fucking dummy.
Yep. Before she turned liberal, so
Well, she was always like that. She just never showed her true colors until then.
Yep. Oh yes. Rocky, this is in your neck of woods. I see this today. There you go. Well, your state reps, Rocky, right there.
North Carolina state reps waves Trump's decapitated head at no King's protest. Some cuts may be necessary.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all a bunch of cowards, dude.
Wow.
And see people like that, right? Especially if you're in office, when you're doing that kind of shit right there, that should immediately get kicked the fuck out of office for that kind of shit.
I know.
I don't care if it was a Republican doing it, right? To a Democrat, right? No.
Oh, neither do I.
That shit, no.
There's a
supposed-
certain
yeah.
decorum that the office demands.
Yes.
And you best fucking stick to that.
Yes.
You know, if somebody
Yeah.
would have been a Republican representative with Obama's head like that, I'd
Yep.
still say that's fucking beyond the pale and he needs to get the fuck out. That's not right. Because all you're doing is making your side look terrible by doing that.
Yeah. And she did that a couple of fucking hours after that Minnesota shooting happened. You know?
Yeah.
See, Democrats they're starting to eat their own now. And the reason why
I think
go
that
ahead.
what they're doing, it's like this. They're attacking everything and everyone around them, even themselves.
Yeah, because if you go against them, that's what that woman did, Minnesota, right? She voted against the Democrats, sided with the Republicans.
Yeah.
That's what she did. That's what people conspiracy theories. It's gonna go wild now with that.
And the screwed up thing is, I remember. I don't remember what. I don't remember what it was. It was something to do with Syria.
Yep.
But back in the day when Obama was president, he made a call regarding Syria.
Yep.
And I was like, "Wow, he made the call I would have made. Good job." Like, even though I can't stand Obama, never did like him. When he made what I felt was a correct call, I was like, okay, props to him. I don't like the guy, but on this one, Obama was totally correct. When it comes to the political opposition, if they do a good job and if they do the right thing, I've got no problem admitting, hey, you've done the right thing. You've done a good job. Congratulations. Hope you do it more. They're not this eternal enemy of mine that I absolutely must hate, irrespective of what they do. And that's one thing the left doesn't really seem to grasp is you're allowed to kudo people who do the right thing, even though they're not on your side. Like, I don't know why that's so hard for them.
And that goes
because they worry about if they're right about one thing, are they right about everything else?
Well, that's fucking ignorant though, because everybody's different. Like,
I know people, but that's the way they operate, bro.
I guess. I mean, even like Bernie Sanders. I mean, who the fuck likes that guy, right? Not me. Nope. But one time he did say, if we can afford trillions to go to war, we can afford billions to support the men who come back. And I'm like, yeah, fucking totally. That's a great take.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's one of the best things I've heard him say ever right there when he did say
right. That. And so some of these people, they're unhinged leftists, but every now and again they come out with something that's surprisingly profound and like weirdly good policy. It's like, yeah, I will congratulate you on that and say, yeah, I agree with this guy on that one. That doesn't mean all my Republican friends are going to say, hey, you're a piece of shit because you agree with this asshole.
Well,
that's not how we work.
Yeah. Well, it's like
you say to yourselves, hey, I wish this piece of shit was right more often, is what we say.
Well, see, if the Democrats would just follow fucking Fetterman's fucking what he thinks now, right? Fetterman, right?
Man, I don't even know what to think of that guy. He is so all over the place.
But at least he's the only Democrat speaking out on what they're doing.
Oh, I know. Like I said, he's been making like a weird amount of sense lately. And I don't know what to do with that. I sure wouldn't vote for the guy, but
I wouldn't vote for him either. But after his stroke, he started looking at things a little differently.
It does seem to be so, yes.
Yeah. Because I never liked the guy, but I still don't like him. Right. But I can agree with some of the things that he says.
Sure. Yeah. And I think that's what differentiates us between us and the left is the fact that we can look at our political opposition, and when they're right, we can say, good job. Keep doing that.
Well, and we call out just like we did fucking Crenshaw, right? We called that motherfucker out, right? Like with Little Tate. I mean, he's a Trump fan just like us, but when Trump does something that he doesn't like, he says it. Okay, yeah, you fucked up.
You have to do that, though. You have to do that.
And Trump has fucked up. I love Trump, but he's fucked up recently. I'm not afraid to say it.
No.
You have to do that because there's a bottom line. You got to do what's right.
And plus you got to hold people accountable too.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're, the military, private contracting, right, or private industry, right, or government, right, hold office. You got to be held accountable for shit. Because we's all held accountable in the military. We's all held accountable on our jobs in the civilian sector, too. But until the Democrat, not the Democrats, but any politician, I'll call it out both fucking sides. Until they're held accountable for shit, nothing's ever going to change on that.
Well, I saw on Facebook one time, I forgot where it was, but it was some liberal, and they were saying, well, what happens when Republicans start showing up on the Epstein list, and what happens when Republicans start showing up on the Diddy list? I'm
They get
like,
their fucking ass handed to them and they go to
crucify them fucking all. I don't
Yeah,
care.
all
yeah,
of them.
exactly.
I don't give a shit
Exactly.
which side you're on. If you're involved with that shit, I want you dead or in jail.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't matter what party we're a part of. Like, if you do certain evil shit, bye-bye now. I don't know why that's a controversial take.
Yep.
Because people are, dude, people are just pussified.
It's
I
like,
don't understand it either. I cannot, like, I don't understand why it's like that. It's like, hey, you do some things in life, it's death. There's no coming back from that shit.
yeah. I mean, it's like
Not
all,
not in a human sense, but
yeah,
maybe in a spiritual sense. If you ask for forgiveness and repent and all that, you still get taken out. That's the difference. And it's like these people don't understand that. They don't want to take accountability for fucking anything.
just like some family members sometimes think no one's gonna help count because they're family, right?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
I've had a lot of men in my life that were stupid pieces of shit.
Yeah,
And you know what? They're still stupid pieces of shit.
yeah. And you call them out on their bullshit.
And yeah,
You know?
just like I'll call out a woman on her stupid
Yeah,
bullshit. Or
yeah.
I'll call it a man, I'll call out a woman. I don't care. There's only two genders. If you
Or a
can't accept
child.
the two genders, then you're fucking retarded.
You son of a bitch.
Don't care.
My man titties are just as titty as any girl titty that ever there was.
All right, Will
Hey.
Ferrell.
I can still move my titties. Look at this.
But what I'm saying is like, look, I know that I'm like, look, it's either right or it's wrong. There's no fucking in between.
Yep.
And I remember, dude, I used to watch movies where they always talked about the gray area,
Yep.
but really everything's black and white. It's just the different factors affecting it. But it's still either right or wrong. Anyways,
Exactly. No, I mean I agree with you, Rocky, what you just said. Who does bark? Oh, is that your dog Thumper?
No, it's mine.
Oh, you're okay. I was like, I know what Zeus barking.
She got herself her second kill yesterday.
Really? What's your kill this time?
She got herself a bird in the yard. Her first one she got at 5 months, and she had her puppy teeth in still, so she kind of like gummed it to death and then didn't know much what to do with it. This time she caught one and
Ate it.
she ate it.
That's one thing I love about labs, right? Labs, if they get a bird, right, doesn't matter if it's a duck or whatever. If they got that soft mouth and they've been trained, they're not gonna eat it. They'll bring it up to you. That's what I like.
Which is weird because she's a Springer Spaniel and she's
Yep.
been bred to flush the birds, make them take
Yep.
wing, and then
Yep.
retrieve them once you shoot them.
Yep.
And she has that soft mouth. I mean, we give her like steak fat and all that,
Yep.
and she'll take it super gently.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
she's really a real soft mouth. But this bird, she fucking tore it up. I think it's because she killed it herself. I don't think that she has any failings with regards to how she was bred, because in every other circumstance she's very soft mouthed. But I think since she took this one out herself, she figured she was entitled to a little snack.
But you don't ever bird hunt, do you?
You know what? As far as the breed goes, she is kind of a wasted dog on us because we bought her for companionship and we don't bird hunt. I don't hunt in any way, shape, or form. It seems like a lot of expense and it seems like a lot of time out in the field for very little guaranteed return.
Yep.
I would love to hunt, and I would hunt like crazy if I could just go into a field and be reasonably certain I'd kill something, because I've slaughtered and butchered pigs before. I mean, I know how to take apart an animal, and I'm a deadly shot. You would think that I would be a big time hunter, and I understand why people are, but for me, it seems like the expense of time and money, it's not quite worth it. when I can just go to a butcher and get really high quality grass fed cuts of meat. If you break
Well-
it down for probably the same price, because after you buy the gun,
Yeah.
the ammo, the
Yeah.
tags, the permits, the time off of work, it's like,
And if you don't
know.
have a place to hunt too, that's gonna cost you if you got at least a place to hunt. Like me,
yeah,
I've
exactly.
always been lucky growing up. I've always had family members that had 1,000 acres of land that I could hunt. So I never had to hunt on public land or at least right. I mean, I don't hunt no more because my vertigo and stuff. But the Zeus is the only lab I've ever had that never hunted. I never trained him to hunt either. My other labs I had 5 labs at one time. I trained them all. I had certain dogs for certain things, right?
Yeah.
Now this one dog, I loved her to death. She was hyper and all that. But when they came to get those birds, boy, no, ain't a dog on the ground that could hardly, keep up with her. But one time I had chickens at my old place, right? Chicken got out and the fucking flew out because I didn't clip its wings in time. It fucking flew out and she was out and she pounced on it and grabbed her in the mouth with it still flailing. It wasn't dead. She brought up like, Dad, look what I got here. I bring this to you.
Drop the chicken, dear. Thank you.
She did too. And my wife at the time, she was screaming at it. I said, no, she ain't gonna kill it. She's just doing what I've trained her to do. And stuff. But I did let her kill. I did let her kill chicken later on. That same chicken later on, after that chicken fucking went after River one day when River was only like 3 years old, right?
Chicken went after him.
Yeah, the rooster did.
Oh, wow.
And roosters will too. They'll go after adults too until you show that rooster who's fucking boss, right?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
No, I told River that rooster never attacked me after I kicked the shit out of him one day. I punted his ass. I was like, okay. He never went after me again. I was trying to teach River at a young age. Hey, you got to show these chickens, especially the roosters, who the fucking boss, right?
Yeah.
And River did. I said, River. He goes, no. I said, River, you're gonna have to. I said, okay. I got him out of the pen area. And I said, Coco, get it. She looked at me. I said, get it. And she did. I said, it's all yours. Have at it. And my wife, she goes, no, let's kill my rooster. I said, nope, that rooster's dead. I said,
rooster's no good, yeah.
Nope. I said, that's going to be her supper right there. And it was, too. I said, if it goes out the river, it's dead. I said, I done told you that right there.
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, man, we had us a dog.
Yep.
Mudge, black lab, harmless old fucking dog. One day he got in his, I was probably 7 years old, and he got in his head to corner me. And thank God that, my dad was home from work that day. But, he cornered me. He was growling when I came home from school. My dad yelled his name.
Yep.
Dog cowered. Dad drug him out to the back 40 with his rifle.
Yep.
Done.
Well, it's like, how old was that lab, too? Was it an older lab?
You know what? I was so young. Like I said, I was about like maybe 7 years old. I don't remember where we got him or how old he was. But the point being, though, is the animal acted unruly in a way that threatened my dad's kid. So my dad fucking took him out back and popped him. That was it. There was no discussion. It was like, okay, you can't fucking behave.
Yeah. And that's what you got to do, too. I don't care what breed of dog it is, right?
I don't care what breed of animal it is.
Yeah. You got to watch the kid because all animals can be wild, can go back wild, even though, like dogs, we train them right. They can still go back wild, especially when they get older, too.
Well, have you heard about pigs, man? Pigs, if you feed a pig out within 12 months, 12 months, it starts going feral and growing tusks. Like they regress within a year.
Oh, yeah. And also, too, you still got to be careful when you fucking got a hog lot. You got to be careful. Those hogs that get you down, they will fucking eat you.
Oh, yeah.
Hog lot. Yeah.
We all saw Snatch, right? About the pigs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
It takes 16 pigs to eat a 200-pound man in one sitting, so be wary of any man who keeps a pig farm.
Yep. Just got to pull the teeth.
Yep. Pull the teeth, shave the head, and let the pigs do the rest.
Yep. I always thought that was weird. You had to pull the teeth though. You know.
Hey, you can do this afterwards, of course, but you don't want to go sifting through pig shit now, do you?
Yep. Well, you know, it's weird. They can digest the bones, right, but not the teeth for some fucking reason.
Yeah, they're a bit different. They are a bit different. The
that
the
enamel.
enamel on the teeth is quite different than actual bone. Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I mean, like River, I wouldn't let any inside dogs. I mean, I'd let him be around him, right? But I always kept an eye on him.
Sure, of
Like
course, got it.
some of these parents, right? They'll close the door, allow their kid to play with the dog in the room. Without why, I said no. You don't do that. I don't care how good that dog acts. That kid, especially if they're young, they make the wrong move or hurt that dog, not even knowing they're hurting it.
Yeah.
I said that dog's gonna fucking strike back right there. You know.
Was it remember in the Shawshank Redemption when he was talking to the lawyer that represented John Coffey?
Yep.
And the lawyer was, making a point that you can't turn your back on a criminal even once. And they showed him his boy's face. And he's like, yeah, it was a sweet old mutt. Never bit no one before. Probably wouldn't never bit no one again.
Yep.
But I did not concern myself with that when I took him out back and shot him.
Exactly.
That boy probably didn't do nothing wrong, or maybe he did.
Yeah.
Who knows? Too
But
young
still,
to know. But that dog tore him up anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like one of the guys that delivers my groceries sometimes from, when I get deliveries from Walmart and stuff.
Yeah.
He made this one delivery here in town. He showed me the fucking bite mark, and this fucking dog bit him. It's a pit bull. That's what I said. I said, is that the dog you've been around for? He said, no, that was a new dog. I said, make sure they put that dog down too.
Yeah.
I said, I don't care what breed it is. You bite somebody. I don't care if it's a kid, adult. They bite somebody when they're not saying, if they break into your house, that's different, right?
Well, yeah, obviously.
But if they're being friendly and delivering your groceries to you, you better make sure your dogs know how to act.
Yeah.
If they can't act right, get rid of them. Plain simple.
Yeah, that's the heartbreaking part of it,
Yep.
At the end of the day, they're animals.
Yeah. Because dogs come from wolves. A lot of people forget that.
Yeah, they do.
In
case anyone's wondering,
can't see it, but
damn it.
No, Abomination. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the Man of War Abomination.
Gotcha. Now, I guess because you don't have a light on in your room, it looks like. It just looks
I've never
dark.
actually tried to put a light on. Hold on.
I mean, it just looked dark. That's why we couldn't see it there, but
let's see. Is that a little better? Yeah, I got a light on now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay. Yeah. But that's a damn good cigar. This is a cigar line called Man of War by AJ Fernandez, and I really fell in love with their original blend, and as did a lot of people, and that's why they're so popular. But they started coming out with other blends, and I've had pretty much all of them, and some I like more than others. They're really fucking great, really good. Dry cocoa, coffee, nuts.
Yep.
A little bit of oak. But this one, the Abomination, this is one of the best. This is only the second one that I've had. I fell in love with the first one that I had.
Yep.
I got it in a sampler pack. So if y'all want a cigar that really treats your palate, doesn't punch you in the face, and really gives you good, rich, deep flavors.
Yep.
Yeah, Man of War, especially the Abomination. Go for that one.
So I just wish I could have a cigar, but I can't with my asthma, so I miss that shit.
Whoa. You can. You don't inhale them, dude.
Well, I know, but I don't take that chance with asthma nowadays.
I mean, do what you need to for your own health, but I mean,
that's just me. Yeah.
But if you're outside, right, you're not in the same room with it, and the smoke can just kind of flow out into the atmosphere, and you don't inhale them, it shouldn't exacerbate your asthma at all.
It should, but sometimes I would always inhale the cigar smoke too.
Oh, okay. Well,
I always
Dude,
did.
I don't know how you do that, man, because I'm a cigarette smoker, and
Yeah.
if I accidentally inhale one of these things, dude, I'm fucking choking and coughing and hacking. Like you
I
can.
only
I don't
inhaled
see
them.
how you can inhale these things.
I
I
mean,
I inhale them all the time too.
well, it's
Cigars.
like
Yeah.
it's like my grandpa.
I don't
He
know
was
how you do it, man. I can't do it, and I've been smoking these things for
Yep.
like 15 years.
like my grandpa, right? He was a pipe smoker, cigar smoker growing up, right? Now, I grabbed his pipe one day. He didn't know it. And I was lighting up bitch, right? And he came out to the bar. He's like, no, don't inhale. I was like, okay. I coughed a little bit, but after that, I was able to, when I did start smoking later on, I was able to inhale it.
I smoke a pipe too, and I just like smoking. I mean, let's get it out of the way. I just like smoking, but I smoke a pipe too, mostly in the fall and winter and early spring. When the weather gets warm, I tend to switch over to cigars.
Yep.
But the funny thing about it is, like cigars, I haven't found one yet that I can inhale comfortably, and I've only done it by accident. Like I don't even try to inhale them.
Oh yeah.
But pipes, I've only found maybe 2 blends that I smoke that it is ill-advised to inhale. The other ones, pipe smoke, I can inhale just fine.
No, I mean, worries. everybody's is different on that. That's like when it comes to chewing, right? I can swallow some of the juice, don't bother me. Some people swallow that juice, boy, they're puking.
Well, Swenny, man, he would fucking gut that shit all day long.
Oh yeah. I mean, I used to fuck with guys on the boat, man, especially the ones that got seasick, right? I'd take my dip out and fucking on my tongue, right? Like, this like that. And they're like, I dipped Rocky a couple times too. When it was cranking.
Can you believe I've never had a chew before?
Yeah, I can believe that. Some people don't. Some people never have.
Like I'll do
chew, dude. Are you talking about chew?
Yeah,
I've never had a chew.
Oh my god, I tried that out of boot camp. I fucking puked my guts out.
Yeah.
I tried it again because Giller's like, "Hey man, try it one day." And I don't know, we were probably firemen or third classes together.
No, we was down the injury. We were firemen together. We was down the injury when I did that.
Yeah, I still got sick.
It was right after the paint fight me and you had.
Oh, dude, that paint fight should be like immortalized in a movie. It'd be one of the fucking funniest scenes ever. Worthy of Academy Awards.
Fuck, we have paint everywhere too. We have paint everywhere. But yeah, I mean, I got sick. The only time I ever got sick with chewing tobacco, I was 3 years old. My dad had chewed Red-Man, and I got his pouch. Right, I ate that whole fucking pouch. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I just seen Dad doing it. Right, okay. What are you gonna do? See Dad doing it, you're gonna imitate it. So I did. Instead of fucking just chewing it, I ate it.
Oh,
they had to take me to the ER. I mean, that's how sick I got. And
it's like the scene from The Sandlot. Remember the
Sandlot?
And
I didn't get a yeast infection. And again, I even get a yeast infection from it too. Yeah. No, but then fucking after that, when I got older and I started chilling when I was 14, 15, and I never bothered me again after that. I don't know if it's because of that. I don't know, but it's kind of weird. Like my brother never did that shit. My brother, he would eat the dog food. When he was younger.
I used to eat cat food. I understand, yeah.
Cat food. Well, I never would try it though, but my brother, he's like, because he was always he was 5 years older than me, right? He tried to get me to eat. I was like, no, motherfucker, I ain't eat that shit. Fuck you. But this is what Father's Day should be called now, right here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Technically, Father's Day is Motherfucking Day. I think we need to fucking contact our congressman or senator to fucking see if they get that change to that. That'd be awesome right there. Just think about it. We had to fuck the mothers to get the, that gives a new meaning to motherfuckers right there. I had a woman call me a motherfucker one time. I'm like, yeah, I like fuck mothers. What the hell you talking about? She didn't know what to say after that. She just shook her head. You know.
They can't deal with truth and reality, but I'll be right back. Just
All
to
right, man.
like, oh my God, what did he just say?
You're a wife.
Well, Gilly, it's just down to you and me to carry this whole thing until these two stupid assholes get
Well,
back
as
to
long
work.
as we don't get this episode banned like me and Rocky did on YouTube when we was left unsupervised.
Oh
That
God,
was
what did you and Rocky do?
that was episode number 3. We was talking about vaccines and COVID, right? Well, YouTube did not like that. But what we said was actually what had came out. It came out 2 weeks late, 2 weeks later, right? In the news about what we had just said. You
Yeah,
know, we're like, what the fuck? But
can
now,
you imagine that?
but now they're not. Now YouTube is getting back to like conservatives. They're trying to silence us again. YouTube is, you know. So that's why we
Seems
gotta
to be the game they're in. Yeah.
It's like YouTube, man. It's like fuck. We gotta be fucking careful again. Like motherfucker, Jesus Christ, you know, because they did update their fucking community guidelines and all that bullshit, right? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, that means some of the good shit we got, we definitely can't share it on YouTube, anyways. On it,
Yeah. Now, have we ever thought of sharing this to Rumble?
yeah, we got a Rumble account. That
Do
just
we?
it's fucking. I uploaded one on Rumble here. I'll show you. We get this up.
Because I got a Rumble account, so
Yeah, that's I'll go ahead and share this. Here. I mean, we posted some videos on there, but then we stopped because it's like, you know, because we started doing Facebook too, right? And it fucking. All right, here it is, Mick, right here. There's our Rumble account right there. The Pfeiffer's DD991.
all right. After the cast, I'll get on there and
But it's also you can also search for it. We go back here to the men who sell below, too.
all right.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll look them up after this.
Well, because at first we was just, you know, because at the very first it was mainly us engineers, you know.
I think it's kind of funny, this whole thing. I'm the only topsider.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it doesn't matter. Fuck, you know.
Oh, I know it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. I just think
We get that good banter going between Topsider and fucking Stipe, right? You know,
that's the age old fucking conversation, right?
us dirty fucking apes, you know, knuckle draggers, you know, as y'all would call us, knuckle draggers.
Well, what we all say, you know, you engineers say, you know what, without us, we ain't going nowhere. And all topsiders say, well, without us, you ain't got no place to go.
Well, if you can't have the engines, you ain't gonna go nowhere. You know,
And
but
if you don't have weapons, no reason to go anywhere.
I always get Topsiders this certain weapons, right? Systems, yeah. We didn't know how to run, right? But we still shoot the 50 cals and all that shit. We knew how to operate them fuckers, you know.
And that shit was fun. Oof.
Oh man, I love that shit, man. Especially got to shoot the fucking the orange killer tomato, right? The killer tomato.
Like Killer Tomato, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, was you on board? You might not have been, but they fucking might have been Ops' fucking stateroom or the XO stateroom. They blew one of those motherfuckers up in his stateroom. Was you there for that one?
I was not, no.
That might have been when we was in Japan.
You opened up a Killer Tomato in the stateroom?
Yes. I can't remember if it was the XO or the Ops. Or Ops,
good.
right?
Yeah.
But oh my God.
When
They
I was doing cranking, I was actually
Yeah.
working up in officers' country, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh,
And no, that wasn't during my time. Believe me, I don't know.
okay. That might happen right before you got, because I remember I hadn't been on board very long, right? It's probably Japan. And boy, that came out. I was like, oh, somebody fucked up, you know.
Looked like remember the scene in the movie Real Genius where they took the guy's car apart and put it back together in his room with a fucking airbag underneath it?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Same sort of shit.
Oh,
yeah.
And so, but yeah, that was always fun to shoot that fucking thing, man. That was. You know.
Well, I went to the Buffalo Bill Cody Museum when I was in Montana a couple like last month, and they had a 50 cal there that had been demilled.
Yep.
That people could, put their hands on and traverse and so on to kind of interact with it a bit. And, I said to my wife and my son, like, yeah, that's the 50 cal that I was talking about that I shot. And they're like, that fucking thing? I'm like, yeah, that thing.
See, and a lot of people don't realize this too. Everybody, if they want to, can get qualled on that motherfucker too. Didn't matter if he was topsider or what.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Come here, babies. Come here, babies. Hey, you go. The dog needs some love.
Oh yeah. Rocky, we get you in trouble with the missus?
No.
Oh. You said something like, like, I got to go, like, what the hell did he say or something like that?
I wanted to see what was going on upstairs real quick, just to see.
So did you get all your stuff cooked last night, Rocky?
Yeah, we cooked 200 pounds.
How many?
What?
200
200 pounds of what?
Birria.
Wow. 200 pounds?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, seriously, that's incredible.
I'm used to it.
What do
That's
you
normal
do?
yeah, that's normal for a good food truck. I mean,
Yeah. But Rocky,
Also,
Dude, I was
hold on.
a little
So
bit
you cook
earlier
200 pounds
because it
of birria.
slows down during summertime. I would cook like 300 to 400 pounds.
So what you're saying is, if I want to get rid of a body, you're the man to talk to, not the guy who owns a pig farm.
No. The big farm.
be like Jeffy Dahmer tacos.
I'm not one of the Khazarians, homie. Anyway,
Whatever.
I mean,
dude.
seasoning
I'll
makes a
text you
difference.
later.
I'm
I'll
telling
text
you.
you later.
dude, I remember seeing that fucking shit where they make some guy was talking about, yeah, we put people's flesh in McDonald's food.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
Bro. Like it went from like, oh, this is cool to like, oh my god, what the fuck?
I wonder at what point what the statistic would be about how many people have ate human product in their lifetime at some point.
I did not know it.
And didn't know it. Yeah.
See, it's like
Probably
McDonald's.
a lot.
Yeah. It's like McDonald's burgers, right? As many as they claim to sell, right? There ain't no fucking cows in the fucking world for as many that they sell.
That's that horse meat, man. Horse
Which
meat,
I do like horse meat. Horse is good.
Hey.
I've had that overseas. That's good.
Horse ain't
Camel?
bad, man. Horse ain't bad at all.
Camel, it was okay. Camel was okay.
Camel's a little musky and tough.
Yeah.
It's got to be slow cooked more. And that over there,
Like mutton?
Yes.
when I was over in like Afghanistan and Iraq and stuff, they would cook it in those clay pots.
Yep.
Make it a stew. Oh, it's so good.
But still, it wasn't bad. I mean, at least I can say I fucking had it. So
I loved it. I actually ate it quite often, and I ate lamb a lot.
Yeah, but you spent more time in the Middle East than we did. So
yeah. Like we had some Afghans, and they were trying to thank us, and they came onto the base and came into we have our own secured compound.
Yeah.
When they came in with this fucking live goat, fucking wrapped up its hind legs, lifted it, hoisted it up, fucking cut its throat, bled it out right there in our compound, butchered it, and then made fucking kebabs right there, and fucking some of the freshest fucking food I've ever had.
And that's what you gotta get. The trick is the goat or hogs, right? Bleed them out. You gotta bleed them out, and you gotta make sure they're not riled up when you kill them.
Yeah.
So does goat taste better after it's been fucked?
You gotta wait a couple.
I didn't see them fuck that one, so I don't know.
Well, you gotta wait a couple of days. If not, you're gonna have it all riled up. You have all that adrenaline.
Right, you can't have that. It toughens up the meat, makes it taste sour. Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you got yourself a particularly disgusting goat that actually likes that sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't eat the motherfucker. But
But how
Is
do you
that why
know?
the goat was sleeping before they cut its throat?
That's
Probably.
what I'm saying. You don't know.
but no, goat is good, but it's got to be cooked right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I've never had goat.
They used to give us goat all the time, dude. It was good, man.
Now, Mick, did you eat fucking monkey brains in Thailand?
You know what? No, I did eat a lot of the local cuisine. It was really good, but I never did have monkey brains. No.
You ever did?
Well, I mean, the brain of an animal is like almost 100% fat.
Yeah, I had that. I had it in Thailand. I loved it.
Yeah, so
it's
it's going to
buttery.
be rich and creamy. I mean, once you get over the fact that it is indeed a brain,
Yeah.
it's rich, it's creamy. I mean, I've never actually eaten brain, but that's kind of the question I was asking before about head cheese. I mean, in theory, it sounds disgusting, but when you know what brain is made of, it should be the go-to.
You know what's crazy is I've turned a lot of people away from bananas. Human brains during accidents and stuff, they smell like fucking bananas.
You turn someone away from bananas and knowing that there was
Seriously.
a picture drawn that had Wonder Woman biting a banana. What's wrong with you?
The brains of a human smell like fucking bananas to me. Every time I'd come up on a accident scene or a fucking suicide and there was brains everywhere, I would know the minute, like the cops wouldn't even tell me what it was. And I'd be like, oh yeah, open head wound. I can smell the bananas from here. And they're like, what? And I go, and then I would tell them and they're like, fuck, that's all I smell now is fucking bananas.
Really?
Fucking up bananas for everybody. God damn it.
For me, they all smell like bananas. And I've been around a lot of fucking brains, And so, like, to me, it smells like fucking bananas. And
so for you, it's like a repeatably proven process. Like,
yeah, every time. And then it's funny because depending on the banana, it's almost the same consistency too. So it's like makes sense.
Yeah, basically.
But I've never smelt them, so I don't know. I'll still eat bananas. So if I ever smell brains like that, I probably won't eat bananas.
And
you know what? My mother for years was a paramedic in an ambulance, and she used to tell me horror stories, when I was a kid about all the shit she'd see.
Yep.
Like even to the point where like one of the kids I was in high school with, his dad died in a motorcycle accident. A minivan pulled out in front of him. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. And he hit that minivan so hard that he went through the side of it and his helmet split.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
It was a bad fucking it was fucked up because when she would go and do these ambulance calls regarding people that were related to people that I knew, I would know about their relatives' injury or demise before they did.
Yeah. Well,
that was fucking when you're 12, 13, 14, that's pretty fucking harsh. But I'll have to ask her about that banana thing because she saw
I was a paramedic. I was a paramedic for 6 years.
Dashboards and shit like that. Yeah.
I mean, she might say the same thing too. You never know. Or to her, it might have been a different smell too, altogether.
Yeah, I talked to her about 2 hours ago because I called my dad for Father's Day, and of course, I'm going to talk to her too. On the same call. God, I wish I would have known this before I had the call. I would have asked her. This is fascinating shit.
I mean, you got to understand, I was a paramedic for 6 years and a medical examiner for 2 different counties for 6 years. So I covered 2 counties for medical examiner work. And so I've been on, like, people walking train tracks. I had to walk a mile and a quarter to pick up body parts and pieces and all kinds of stuff.
Now, when it comes to what you're talking about there, Thumb, do other people agree with you? People in the same line of work that you were in? Is it a common thing or is it something that you smell?
Actually, a couple others have said that they think it smells the same. I don't normally just be like, there's times, I mean, most of the time on a scene, for us, it's more laid back because if I'm a medical examiner, see, paramedics have it good because they show up if it's an obvious death, right? So If
They
the
call
head's
it.
split open, decapitated, whatever, they just call it and they leave,
Yeah, right.
right? Whereas a medical examiner actually touches the body, gets up personal, close, touches, moves, picks up pieces, puts it in bags, does all kinds of stuff. And so I'm around the body a lot more than the paramedic is. Because
So
even
you're
when I
like
was a
fully involved in the postmortem.
oh, absolutely. And I go
Yeah.
to autopsies and everything. I mean, I attend autopsies and all that. So I'm around the dead body, the decedent, way longer than when I was a paramedic,
Mm.
you know? So it is different. Like as a paramedic, I show up to a fatality. I go, yep, they're dead. Time of death is this time right now. Peace out. I'll finish my report later after I get done eating, you know? As a
Yeah.
medical examiner, I'm there. I'm going, okay, I'm going to pick the body. I'm going to roll the body. I'm going to touch the body. I'm going to do this. I'm going to look for things, defects on the body, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to notate it as I'm going. I gather evidence from the scene. I interview people. I do all this stuff, right? And then I put the body in a bag. I put all the body parts in the bag and I do all kinds of stuff, fill out paperwork. And then I call a driver. They come pick up the body. They take it to the medical examiner, the state medical examiner's office where they do the evidence recovery and autopsy. And then like I do a report and submit it to the state and then it becomes the final death record, you know?
But
So
other people in your field, they do
some,
agree with you that
yeah,
brains
some do.
smell like
Yeah.
bananas.
Yeah. Some
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's all I was trying to establish because obviously everybody's all factory nerve.
Yep.
It interprets certain things certain ways. Like some people say certain things smell like literal shit, and other people are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So
One
this
thing,
is so what you're saying.
one thing any paramedic or medical examiner will agree on, C. diff is one of the worst smells.
What is
C. diff is one of the worst smells. And it's one of the most recognizable smells.
C. diff?
It's a intestinal it's highly contagious bacteria. Yeah, it's nasty.
Okay.
It stinks. It stinks.
Yeah, my mother told me one time when ambulance call she went on, it was a older guy, and he ended up dying like 24 hours later. But she brought in a guy that had an intestinal blockage, and it backed up so hard that the duodenum, which is the valve between the stomach and the small intestine, couldn't
Yeah.
contain it anymore. The dude was literally in the ambulance vomiting shit.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah. People
And she
forget
said
that.
that was the worst thing that she had ever seen or smelled.
Yeah,
Woo.
both holes are connected. It can
Yeah.
go out one way or the other. I always tell people that.
Yeah.
That's gonna find a way eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, it will. Trust me. I've had
And
a
the
lady.
duodenum is
She
kind of the asshole before the asshole.
she
That's a good
she
one.
had a GI bleed. Right. She was bleeding in
Okay.
her intestines.
Yeah.
And when I showed up, she had bled so much she was unconscious, and her asshole was just a steady flow of blood and shit.
Ooh.
And it was all over my ambulance because every once in a while there would be a little gas bubble or pressure and it would just and it would
Pop
go
it out.
all over the fucking side of my ambulance
Ugh.
and it would be a mixture of blood and shit. Yeah, she did not make it. She bled out so bad from a GI bleed that they couldn't even get her into surgery. She wasn't stable enough they couldn't stabilize her enough in surgery to save her. She was losing so much fucking blood. Yeah.
Now what caused that? Was it diverticulitis?
I don't know. I don't remember. I was a paramedic at that time.
Yeah, why would you know? Yeah,
I just know she had a GI bleed. I pumped her full of fucking fluids and LR, which is lactated ringers, which is like electrolytes. It's better than it's saline. So my thing is you manage blood pressure, right, with fluids. The problem is the old school medics will turn you into fucking Kool-Aid. They'll water you down so much with saline that it actually it does the opposite for you. Yes, it manages your blood pressure, but it also waters you down. Whereas if you had a blood pressure pressor, a medication that actually affects the blood pressure, then you can manage it way better. And then you can, some ambulance services have whole blood, and that is really what they need is whole blood and a pressor to
Yeah, because
help
if you
with.
run, yeah, if you run too much D5W solution, the dextrose will suck the water right out of the cells.
No, you don't run D5W. No, you don't do that.
No?
No, it's no. That's an insulin thing. That's good for other things, but not for something like that. You want to run LR and saline, normal
Okay.
saline,
Right.
NS,
Okay.
NS or LR. So, and you need a pressor and you need whole blood. That's really what they need is the pressor and whole blood and surgery. But they get a tear in their intestines, start bleeding. If they don't get in soon enough, they're done.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
it's amazing
D5,
how many. Yeah, it's amazing how much damage can be done gastrointestinally because the tissue is so vascular and so fucking fragile.
yep. A lot of people don't realize it.
Yep.
That's why your gut health is so important.
I'm trying, dude. Believe me, I'm trying.
As you're puffing on a cigar. You know though,
Fuck
you know
you.
though, nicotine actually just nicotine. If you have pure nicotine in there and no other additives, is actually got its health benefits. Believe it or not.
I know it's a
Um,
nootropic.
and it hits the same receptor as caffeine.
Yep.
It's all the additives that is the problem.
Well, it reduces blood sugar too.
It reduces blood sugar, but it does affect your heart rate and your blood pressure
Well, yeah, of course.
negatively. But it does
Yeah,
wake
so,
you up.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
does wake you up, and that's why like people that smoke cigarettes in the morning, they smoke a cigarette right away to wake up. It does the same thing as caffeine. It's just faster because of the way you're ingesting it. You know, I mean, everybody did. I did it when I smoked. You know, now I drink hydrogen water because that's my replacement, and I think personally it works better than everybody else.
God, you're gonna have me buying a $300 flask, aren't you, man?
I'm not going to force you, but I can
Yeah,
tell
but
you it works.
you kind of are because you're making it sound pretty amazing.
Well, just wait until Gilly gets it. He'll tell you too. You know, don't take just my word on it. Do your research. Ask Gilly too.
Oh, I have been. And everyone else is saying pretty much the same thing as you.
There's a reason. It makes a huge difference. So, yeah, I think I've been on the hydrogen water for quite a while now, and then switching over to this good bottle, 100% worth it. I like it, and it's called the code is Hydrate a Hero 15. That's the 15% discount. They don't advertise it, but it's for veterans and first responders.
Okay.
You put that in, and I think it drops it down to 254 or something like that, and some change. But if you get the year warranty like I did, it's like 280 something. Gilly, did you get the warranty on your bottle that you're waiting on?
Yeah.
So it was like 280 something, right? 284, 287, something like that.
You actually, 286 or something like that, 284.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the warranty this time, goddamn it.
Yeah. But dude, I love it. And I found some features, man. I'll have to show you when you get it, Gilly. It's kind of cool. You can go in and change the color of the lights and all that bullshit.
Yep.
And it'll sync with your phone. I have it synced to my phone so that way it keeps track of how much hydrogen, how many fluid ounces I've drank, how many bottles a day. It keeps track of a streak. It does all kinds of different things. It'll actually, with the fitness app in Android and Apple, it will link up with that as well, and it keeps track of all that stuff. It's kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. My only thing I don't like about it is the battery. It does not last that long because the hydrogen generator is so powerful. It sucks the battery down fairly quick. I typically charge it twice a day, but that's because I drink like 6 to 10 bottles, and I run it on the 20-minute cycles instead of the 10. So I average between 10 and 12 parts per million of hydrogen each bottle, which is high.
This next post is for all the car guys out here, right here. If you like Mustangs, you'll understand this one.
I do like Mustangs.
Depends. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
That
You're
was
not
good.
my son. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
no. That Mach-E.
Yeah.
That Mach-E is a joke.
I saw that. I was like, that's perfect right there, bud.
I sent a picture to the group text. The guy in the picture is actually one of my best friends.
Your dad doesn't smoke cigars. Well, happy Mother's Day to your dad.
I had to give my bro a shout out, man. He's a good man.
On it. Rocky, what is GTG?
Good to go.
Oh, that reminds me of the fucking generator. Requesting permission to start fucking GTG.
God, I haven't heard that in a
Those
long
days,
time.
dude.
That's what it reminded me of right there. You know.
He's fucking guys, I swear.
It's amazing that I can still fucking remember some of that shit too after all these years.
It's amazing I remember my name after a couple of these years.
Oh, this is for all the football fans right here to get people fucking riled up.
All my fucking brain trauma, speaking of football.
What's your name, Thumper? I forgot your name.
Fuck, I don't remember.
Raiders, Broncos, and Chargers. Wish your daddy happy Father's Day.
I don't get it.
Because Mahomes had whipped their ass the whole fucking AFC West since he came in the league.
Oh.
You know?
I don't follow football that much anymore.
I don't watch football at all, so.
No.
Chiefs is the only team I watch professional football. Because I've watched them since I was a little kid. So, followed since I was a little kid. So,
speaking of sports.
Yeah, motherfucker. I know where you're going with this. I have not checked the scores today. Let me guess, we lost.
Then. Don't look.
Let me guess, we fucking lost today, didn't we?
You fucking lost and we won. So you're 6.5 games down now.
Fucking 3-2. Fucking Cardinals, man.
Dude, I did not think we were going to win this game today.
You played Pittsburgh of all teams.
I know.
I know. We're in third place now. We're in third place in the fucking division.
We all love this sports ball.
But I have 3 games. I have 3 games with the fucking Brewers coming up after Monday. And we don't even get a fucking break until after we play you guys. We have we have the Brewers, we have 3 games with the Brewers, then we roll into the Mariners for 3 games, and then we roll into the Cardinals for fucking 3 games. And then we get a fucking break. Oh no, we don't. Because we roll straight into the Astros.
Yep.
Well, you can all pretty much rest assured about one thing.
What?
Seattle consistently sucks.
True.
You ain't got to worry about that.
So I remember living out there and them getting Ichiro and, all that. But like,
well, the sun shines on a dog's asshole once in his life.
They're not doing horrible. Oh fuck, where are they at? Hang on.
They're a little tight.
And Tate's like checking in, going, "What are they talking about?"
Because the Mariners are second place in the West, American League West. Mariners are second place. They're not doing horrible. They're not the best in the American League by far, but they're not doing bad.
Yeah.
The Athletics are fucking garbage, and so is the White Sox. I mean, the Orioles are doing better than the fucking White Sox and Athletics. But National League is being fucking dominated by the Dodgers, which they're not even close. They're they're behind. But they're basically behind one game behind the Cubs, and the Mets are actually ahead of the Cubs percentage wise. But the Cubs are doing pretty fucking good. And I said 5 to 5.5 games for the Cardinals behind.
Yeah, but the season ain't over yet. It's a long season, so.
No, but this is the second time you've dropped down past 6.
No, but we came back too, so I think we're gonna come back again. I'm hoping we do. Goddamn it!
You were 6 to 6.5 games for weeks.
I know.
It took you guys weeks to get back up, and the closest you got was what? 3 games, 2 games.
Yep.
And then you fucking fell back down.
Yep.
So this is the game where they take a rubber ball that's wrapped in leather and they hit it with a stick.
Yes, absolutely.
And then after they hit the leather and rubber ball with a stick, they run like hell.
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes they skip.
But sometimes
that is true. Sometimes they do.
So sometimes they catch the leather and rubber ball, which means the guy who hit it with a stick really just kind of wasted his time by hitting it with a stick because now he has to go back, right?
And he has to go sit down. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He gets a timeout.
Right.
Hey, Rocky.
Am I being a buzzkill here or what?
No.
No, Gilly likes it because Gilly is tired of
Yes, you're being a buzzkill.
Hey, Tate finally
talked.
talked. What the fuck? And now he's muted again. What the fuck?
Rocky, you ever had a fucking fried bread taco?
A fried bread taco?
Yes.
No.
Indian food. Native American food.
That's what it looks like right there, Rocky.
So fucking good. Oh, it's so good.
And of all places, Hot Thumper should know this shit right here in Mullins.
Gyro, right? I mean,
no, that's fried bread.
If a gyro is just,
you know what? I'll try it out.
It's Indian fried bread. That's what it is.
That's a Native American thing. The fry bread, and they do tacos like that. They used to use fucking like deer and shit, venison and stuff. Oh, it's so fucking good, dude. So good.
I didn't know if Rocky had ever tried one.
No, I have not.
I was up in South Dakota this last or the trip before last when I went through there, and I was like, oh, fucking fry bread, because I stopped on the reservation and I'm like, yes. And they had tacos and I was like, fuck yes. Wow, dude, I ordered so many of those. I fucking love them.
Oh, they're good. And this right here is from Tasty Tacos in Des Moines. Right there. That's where that was from.
Tasty Tacos is good.
Yep.
The shitty thing is they're fucking 3 hours away. It's like they're like 2.5 to 3 hours depending on traffic. So Des Moines is literally 2-3 miles difference than Chicago is from me. That's the distance. Like I'm in the middle between Chicago and Des Moines, literally in the middle.
And here is the crispy onion pizza for you, Thumper, right here.
Yeah, I want to see this. I want to see.
I ain't gonna play the sound, dog. So
I just want to see how they do the bottom.
Yeah.
The fuck.
So they use the cheese to bind it together. It looks like.
Just watch. Just watch. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So good.
There's no stuff in the combo.
I definitely am going to try this.
Oh, I am too, though, man.
You're welcome.
And that fucking rub he used, that Italian rub from Firehouse Smokeside that he put on last, is fucking awesome right there.
See, I've never used that. I'll make my own Italian rub, but like my Italian seasoning.
Yeah.
Like I have all that shit.
But I'm saying that's good. I'm gonna try that. But that rub is fucking good for store bought. It really is. You know.
Yeah.
See, I have used, and this is gonna sound fucking weird. I have used cottage cheese for the crust.
I've heard that.
Cottage cheese.
I've seen it, but I'm not gonna try because I don't like cottage cheese.
No, dude, it does not taste like cottage cheese though.
I can't have cottage cheese anymore either. So
I mean you can't because it's from fucking cow, but it doesn't taste like cottage cheese. And I've made like crackers, like Cheez-Its, you take cottage cheese and you put fucking salt and pepper on it, and then you put like Parmesan cheese or cheddar cheese on it, and then you bake it. And I mean, it's fucking good, and it's a healthy, protein packed fucking snack,
See,
and it's so good.
I'm gonna try that chicken crust one that people talk about. I'm gonna
The what?
try that. Using ground chicken as a crust.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why that wouldn't work either. Because
Yeah, I've seen the pizzas people have done online. I'm gonna try it. I've never done it, but I'm gonna try it to see what happens.
my issue with that is you gotta really cook the shit out of that chicken.
Yeah. But I don't know how it's gonna taste once it's cooked, right? That's what I want to see. How it's
I'm
gonna
worried
taste.
that it's gonna taste burnt, like the meat.
There's only one way to find out on that one is to do it.
Yeah, I mean, have a backup for dinner that night just in case.
Oh, I always
You know.
do, man. I always do. So
But the onion one, that looks good, man. They use the
I know.
cheese to bind it. I get that. That makes
Yeah.
sense. It's not going to be like super, like you can't load the top of that pizza though,
yeah,
because
you can.
it's not going to hold up. But
Yeah.
what they put on it, I mean, some pepperoni or whatever,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be bad at all.
Little Tate, what you doing over there, man?
My kids got me a book of dad jokes.
Oh,
Nice.
come on, do tell.
So I just started, and I went and got me some long dong silvers.
Silvers. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It took me fucking 40 minutes. That's why I'm so late to
Yeah.
get fucking 3 pieces of fish, 3
What?
pieces of chicken, waffle fries, and green beans, and 2 hush puppies, dude.
Really?
Oh, they got
They're really slow, but they slow cook batches. Like they cook a little bit at a time, so it's always fresh there.
so they got the waffle fries now. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, they're okay. They're like kind of blandish. They need something, but
Same thing with Chick-fil-A, man. Their shit is so fucking undercooked and bland. I don't know how the hell they sell them.
I don't.
It's the Chick-fil-A sauce, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Dude,
Yeah, but the
that
fries
sauce,
themselves,
it's
fuck
like
that.
it's like honey mustard mixed with I don't know what.
They make honey mustard by itself now. I tried it the other day. They sell it in the store,
Uh-huh.
and it's not the same as the packets, man.
Dude, that Chick-fil-A sauce though, I mean,
But I mean,
Chick-fil-A sauce is good.
you put that sauce on anything, it'll taste good.
Yeah,
I mean, this is like so one
You know what I
thing
mean?
Chick-fil-A does better than anyone else is they don't charge you for all the sauces. You can have all the sauces you fucking want. They'll just keep bringing it out to you right there.
See,
But I love their
when-
ketchup packets, man. I love their ketchup packets right there.
When we
I
lived
don't know
in
about y'all, but
Washington-
around here we can buy Chick-fil-A sauce in the store. By the
Yeah, we
bottle.
can too. But sometimes when little Tates get that, it doesn't taste the same buying it in the store versus at
it
the
it
actual
literally is like 3 different flavors. So when you get it like put on your sandwich, Arby's is the worst one. Horsey sauce.
restaurant.
You get horsey sauce on your sandwich. Tastes different from the pump, and then it's different from the packet, and then it's different from the fucking container you buy in the store. They're literally different fucking flavors.
when we lived in Washington, there was that Burger Shack in Marysville that I used to go to all the time, and their fry sauce, dude, was the best, and I could not figure out why. And I figured out they did a ketchup, mixed it with mayonnaise. They did a splash of liquid smoke and Worcestershire sauce.
It's that
Dude.
anchovies, dude.
Fucking killer.
All right. I'm gonna call out fucking Pittsburgh real fucking quick. These motherfuckers don't need to be cooking pizza, period. Just wait. Just wait till you fucking see it right here.
What the?
They actually just they cook the crust, right? And everything else put cold on top.
What?
Yeah.
That can't be real.
Yes, that is. I looked it up online too, not just on Facebook.
Are you sure that's not some onion shit right there?
No, that's fucking cheese and shit.
That looks
No,
like
no, I
cheese.
mean like the onion, like fake.
Oh, like yeah,
Dude,
the
like-
website.
But
Yeah.
fucking Pittsburgh,
That
fucking
can't-
no. You all gotta do better on your fucking cheese or fucking pizza game. That's fucking nasty. Gotta be.
That's like yeah, I take a shit and I don't wipe my ass. Like
Yeah.
that's half-ass done.
and you want that fucking pepperoni cooked. Get that grease in there. You know?
I like mine crispy. Like I'll
Yeah.
fucking pre-cook my fucking pepperoni
Yeah.
to get it to where when it's done, it's nice and dark and crispy. Because I like crispy pepperoni, dude.
Yeah. When I seen that, I was like, motherfucker need to call on this bullshit right here. That's fucking
Dude,
that's
what
fucking wrong.
fucking restaurant does that?
That's a sacrilege in my book. And I don't say that very often when it comes to food. You know, because I've ate some weird. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I eat cold pepperonis every once in a while for like a sandwich or something, you know.
Or like a snack or whatever.
Yeah, I'll
snack
on
straight
some,
out of the package.
But a fucking pizza, man, dude, I'll do poor man's pizza with tortillas and I still melt it in the microwave. Like
cold cheese, like cold cheese. Who the fuck does that? Like I'll eat cheese by itself. I'll eat cheese out of the package by itself. I'll eat the pepperoni out of the package by itself. But if it's on a fucking pizza, it better be fucking hot and melty.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know? What do they think? The crust is gonna fucking heat it up and melt it and shit?
Yeah.
That's not.
All it's gonna do is cool down the crust to nothing.
That's like a cold cheese and pepperoni pizza.
It's adult Lunchables is what
sandwich.
It is.
Like a sandwich, almost. Yeah. Like
reminds me of those Lunchables, pizza Lunchables, right? That kids would fucking eat. It's not melted. You know,
that's probably where they got their fucking idea for it, because it reminds people of Lunchables. It's like, no, motherfucker, you got to be 6 years old to eat that shit.
I would punch the motherfucker in the throat that fucking came up that idea. You know.
No, that's gross. You can't do that.
Speaking of baseball, I found this last night just for you, Thumper. Guess who that is?
Snow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, because he did there was a fucking, remember it was on Netflix or whatever, right? Or E60, right? They was interviewing him, right? About the steroids and all that shit, right? And that's exactly how he looked.
I mean, I guess all the steroids will do that to you.
Unless he got that medical procedure done to be white. You know?
Well, I ain't even looking at his color. I'm looking at his body type. Like he's not like he used to be.
Because before, when he was playing, he was just fucking black as black, right?
Well,
that's unrecognizable right there.
Yeah, I would have never. I'd walk right by him on the fucking street.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am."
Well, if we're on sports, I got one. I got a controversial one for NFL from the 90s for running backs.
What do you got?
The top 5. Let's see if you guys agree with these.
All right. Okay.
I found it last night and I figured sports would be somewhere in here. Imagine that.
Yeah.
They got Jerome Bettis at 5.
Okay. That's not bad. You know.
Waters, yeah.
Okay. Who the fuck's the third one? Fuck.
They're going to play highlights just of each person.
Oh, Thurman Thomas? Okay.
I mean, he was good. Don't get me wrong. You know,
one good. You don't hear a lot either.
No.
Because he played for the Bills. That's why.
Yeah, Sanders.
In my book, he should be number 1 in my book right there.
I don't know. I mean, he was good, but
because look at the team he played on. Play it simple.
Well, yeah, he fucking carried Detroit for years.
I mean, I know why they're going off of his fucking yardage, right? That's all they're going off of, not actual skill.
Emmitt Smith. There you go.
I would put Emmitt number 2 and Barry over, because Barry by far had played on the worst team for fucking his whole career, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, he was the better runner. Emmitt had a team had to lie block for him. Barry did not. You know.
I just thought. I
don't know. I think it's pretty accurate. I mean, I remember the 90s and late 80s football teams and all that, and like the greats, and you know, I was around for that. I kind of watched it. After that, I just kind of like, fuck it. I'm not watching football or basketball anymore. You know, after the 90s, mid 90s, like after Chicago, after Jordan was pretty much done, the
Really?
Bulls were done, and all that. I dropped it. You know, and for a
Yeah,
while, I dropped baseball because of the fucking strike. And I said these motherfuckers need a reality check. And then they came back and they didn't get everything they wanted. They ended up building the MLB back up. So then I started watching them again. But all the other ones I've dropped other than NHL and MLB. I watched those two things and then racing. But I agree with that. That makes sense.
so speaking of dude things, did you guys talk about Father's Day at the beginning or anything? I didn't have it on.
Gilly brought up like the history of it and stuff, and yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
I found the ultimate Father's Day like gift.
What's that?
Oh, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna love it, especially for us fucking alcoholics. Where's Gilly at? Is he coming back? I don't want him to miss this.
He should be
Might
coming
have
back.
to wait, bro. Might
Oh.
have to wait a couple minutes for that.
I'll stop sharing. Anyway, it's a great gift. You guys are gonna enjoy it. That's for sure. I do have a dad joke from the book. So it says, "Why should you decorate with shamrocks on St. Patrick's Day?
Why?
Because real rocks are too heavy." Did you?
I like it.
There's some pretty good ones in here. I've kind of just been kind of flipping through it. Here's one for Rocky. Why did the scientists start a church? He was great
don't
at
know.
conversions.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Lordy.
Of course, conversions.
Of
I
course.
love it.
That was good because I understand it, but it's like, oh my God, it's so lame too.
I love it.
Yeah, there's like
the intellect that is required to understand that joke is the same intellect that makes that joke much more painful to listen to.
I know it's like
Good
and it
Lord.
400 jokes so bad they're great.
Tate, you know what? I think we need a democratic vote to kick you the fuck off this podcast. Holy
That's fine.
fuck, that was bad.
I'll take it.
I like
Holy
the jokes like
shit.
that, dude. Hilarious.
There's
we
so
were
many
talking
bad.
about-
They're so bad, they're good.
we were talking about like human brains being smashed into paste and like them smelling like bananas, and somehow that's like less offensive than the joke you just told.
Yeah, I was telling him with my medical examiner job and stuff, all the brains I've been around for humans, it all smells like bananas to me.
And somehow Tate managed to fuck that up and make it even worse.
It's my job.
You fucking asshole.
I'm the fucking troll on here.
Evidently.
Just to get everybody fired up.
That is funny though that you came on with sports stuff and I already just fucking tore into Gilly about his team.
Yeah, I came right in the middle of that baseball shit.
Yeah, his team is 6.5 down. They lost today. Mine won. So
See,
they're 6.5.
And the funny
games
thing is,
behind.
conversationally, I'm actually much more comfortable with brains and blood than I am with sports.
Hey, I'm pretty go with the flow though. I can talk about a lot. So
Those guys are crazy, man. With it, remember everything from sports, stats, names, teams. Like, there's some guys out there that fucking know their shit, man. Marcus, one of the other friends that we were playing Diablo 4 with, he knows fucking everything from college, fucking all the way up, man. Like all of that shit.
see, I don't do the college stuff.
Yeah, I know Gilly's big college too.
Yeah, I don't follow the college stuff. I mean, I live in fucking Iowa. Iowa's a big college sports because we don't have professional, So, University of Iowa, the Hawkeyes and the Cyclones, those are huge. Those are big fucking names when it comes to college. And we're a fucking wrestling state and, all this. But I don't follow that shit. I never have, never really wanted to. I was always Chicago Cubs, Chicago Blackhawks, Chicago Bulls. Never was really interested in football, so I could care less about the fucking Bears, you know. But when it came to
The
hockey,
Bears.
it was always against us and the St. Louis Blues back when they were there, and then of course the Chicago Bulls, because I had season tickets to the Bulls games and stuff. We had a suite there, and then the
So basically,
Cubs.
what you're telling me is that Iowa is a state that is so inconsequential that it actually has to borrow morale from the surrounding states.
No, we got our NASCAR track here and IndyCar. They do NASCAR and IndyCar here. We have the fastest small track in the world.
All right, but
It's
it
the
is a small
fastest-
track.
It's the fastest short track in the world, is what they call it. Not small, but short.
That's what they all say.
They actually have to time, and so in the IndyCar, they have to time their breaths right. Otherwise, they won't be able to breathe in the corners. They can't breathe in the corners because of the G forces. Their lungs
That is-
can't expand. That's
that
how
is true.
short and
G-forces
tight it
are
is.
real,
They,
yeah.
they have to fucking
Okay.
they have to
Make sure
breathe
you let it out,
before
okay?
or after that curve, each curve.
Well, it is true that if you were to take an IndyCar and if you gave it enough time to build up speed, and then you built a ramp that slowly put the thing upside down,
Oh, it would stick.
it would have enough downforce at that speed
Yep.
to stick upside down. So
Yep.
I don't think that race car drivers or athletes, I think that whole line of language and reasoning is complete bullshit. But when it comes to IndyCar and F1, I think they are, because you literally have blackout levels of G-force going on.
Those guys. So if you look at IndyCar and F1 and even NASCAR, I mean, they go through dude, they work out probably more than fucking baseball and football fucking players. Like
Well-
their workouts are fucking hardcore.
See, the difference between IndyCar and and NASCAR is the fact that they're turning a hell of a lot more than IndyCar. Hell of a lot fucking more. Especially all those
Yeah.
road courses, right? They are. Yes, and the G's are a little bit more, right? But think about that bank on NASCAR, for all the NASCAR tracks, that bank, to hold that steering wheel there for 500 laps, right? And the condition they got to have right there. I mean,
Yep.
any race car driver got to have be conditioned too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be hot in those cars no matter what.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think the most important thing is being able to piss your pants fucking hearing the entire
Yes.
race.
Yes.
Like,
Man,
yeah,
I got a
actually-
fucking turtle, man. I got a turtle head popping in here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I
You
don't
know,
what
these-
I'm gonna do.
these guys, dude, it's crazy what they do for race. I mean, the endurance that they can handle. Like, you take a NASCAR and an IndyCar and you put them on the exact same track, the difference between the G forces of NASCAR and just the IndyCar is crazy, because the IndyCar obviously is going faster, so the G's are harder. But then you do IndyCar and F1, and it's very similar because they're both
They're-
there.
They're on road courses. You know what I mean? They're on road
Yeah.
courses,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
watching rally and shit. Some of the rally drivers absolutely fucking
Those.
insane motherfuckers, man.
Those right there. But
It's
did y'all
crazy.
watch on Netflix the documentary about when NASCAR took on Le Mans not too long ago?
Yeah.
I don't have Netflix anymore, but
Okay.
I knew that they did a NASCAR in Le Mans.
Yeah, but that was like the second or third time this has been done. This time they did a hell of a lot better. I watched it. I was like, holy shit. And they had an IndyCar driver, and they had Jimmy Johnson as one of the drivers too, an IndyCar, and another guy that had won Le Mans previous too. Not once, but twice as their drivers for it.
Well, look at it this way. You have the last 2 years, you've had a NASCAR driver drive the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah.
That tells you something. If you can do NASCAR and then get in a fucking Indy car and drive, that tells you the training level that he's on is
But what did
like
he
next
place?
level,
We all see Dana Patrick, right? How she did in IndyCar beforehand, right?
Yeah,
When
she
went
was
NASCAR.
weird. Yeah, she
Nothing.
was weird because she was actually a really competent IndyCar driver.
Yeah.
Like, she
Uh-huh.
was good. And then when
Yes.
she went to NASCAR, she couldn't
It's-
drive worth a fuck.
Yeah. and stuff.
It's
I mean, I like seeing it switch up and see the differences how they
Yeah,
got to
that
race
was
the
a-
car, right?
Well, it's not the same race. It's not the same
No.
car. It's not the same parameters. It's not the same anything.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't
but-
just go from one to the other. You might as well go from NASCAR to NHRA and expect to be a great drag racer. No, it's not the
Well,
same fucking sport. It's like there's
and
only
that's-
so many.
yeah.
You know,
It's like there's a
only
learning
so
curve
many-
for some of those guys right there.
well, there's only so many Deion Sanders.
Yep.
There's only so many, Bo
Jackson.
Bo Jacksons. There's only so many people that can cross over into two sports and do really, really well at both. You can't
Look
just
at Michael
switch
Jordan.
races.
He did baseball, basketball, and golf.
Right. I mean, you can't just.
I'm not saying he was good. Don't get me wrong.
He was
great
getting better at
basketball.
baseball. He was getting better. He was getting his groove at baseball. He was.
But the point, but the point is, though, there are so very few people that can switch in between sports and do it
Oh yeah.
superlatively.
Multidiscipline, yeah.
Right. And races are the same thing. NASCAR and F1 and IndyCar and NHRA drag race, they're completely different sports. I mean, they may bear some superficial similarities and so on, but they're completely different disciplines.
Well,
And-
the Andretti's found that out too when they came to NASCAR. From Indy.
Right,
Well,
exactly. And that's why
The
I don't
fucking
understand
Andretti's
why
are trying to get into
Patrick
F1
did.
too.
Because she was a really good open wheel driver, like really good.
Yeah.
And then she went to NASCAR and just fucked everything up and caused crashes and couldn't place. It's like
Yeah, but she's
it's like-
hot.
it was an ego
Yeah.
trip, is all it was.
Yeah.
She's hot.
I mean, I was hoping she's going to do good in NASCAR.
No question about that.
I would
also-
wreck her.
I was
mean-
hoping she was going to do good in NASCAR. To be honest with you,
Brett Favre got to hit that, or not Brett Favre, wasn't Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers got to hit that shit.
I got to meet her. I got to meet her up in Chicago. The
So she has
Firehawk
herpes
500.
too? Cool.
The
Hey, Mick.
the Firehawk 500.
Mick, you know how he's asking to get the Christmas skin on the
I'm
chicken?
sorry, what?
You know how he asked the other day to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
the Christmas skin?
Yeah.
I didn't put one in the sauce, right? Because I just pulled the chicken. I did put one in the sauce and left it out the whole time. All the grape. That's as crispy as you're going to get without really a lot of seasoning right there.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful.
It's got seasoning on it, but I use like Dano's
Now,
original
what was your temperature and time?
300 and over a little bit over an hour.
Oh, hot and fast. Okay.
Yeah, that's what the drum does. Is hot and fast. But here's
Nice.
what it looks like when it's done. The way I did it. So I let it cool down the sauce before I pull the rest of the sauce, right? Before I start pulling them. Now you see how that butter came. You can see the butter in there too. So that sauce.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful. My
But-
goodness.
It's just like that's like oven baked fried, not fried, but barbecue chicken, right? Kind of like some people's grandmothers would make in the oven,
Sure.
But I just put it on the smoker chicken by itself before I put it in the sauce for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, right? But I checked the internal temperature of those ones in the sauce. Even that
Oh,
one
wow.
that was left off, I took the 205 on the internal temp.
And that's the beauty of that dark meat is you can take it up to brisket
Yes.
temperatures without losing any kind of tenderness because there's so much fat in that meat. It's so good.
Yes. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
leg and thigh. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where it's at, man.
And
Whenever
when
I
you,
make homemade Chick-fil-A,
Yep.
I take the boneless, skinless chicken thighs and pound
Yep.
them out, trim them up,
Yep.
bread them and deep fry them. That's the way to go, man.
oh yeah.
Gilly, I was waiting for you to get back, man. I've seen the ultimate Father's Day gift.
What?
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
I had to pull that chicken. I spilled some of that juice because the fucking full pan. I've got a little too much in there.
So about an hour from now, T-bones are going on.
Nice.
Man, ain't no way.
Fuck.
I don't know if to consider this some fly shit or some alcoholic shit.
It's both.
Tito's okay. Okay.
It's some fly shit. How do I install this into my crib?
Now, if
So
I got, oh,
Figure out
sorry.
down on the wall as soon as he comes in the door.
Yeah.
so
Now, I would say leave the fireball out, and I hate fireball.
That's probably for his girlfriend.
As I said before, anybody who flavors whiskey, you're
Oh yeah.
just
I mean,
fuck
I
off.
enjoy Fireball, like the little minis, like the travel bottles. Couple shots, move on.
Well, then you're part of the problem, Tate. Fuck you. Go away.
I don't give a fuck. I drink what I want, bitch.
Oh, I seen this. I seen this yesterday, and I was like, man, this would be an awesome fucking hack right here. The breadsticks of Olive Garden as buns.
Nah.
I don't get it.
No, you got all the breadsticks from Olive Garden, right? Cut it like a
Right.
hot dog bun. Cook your
Right.
hot dog, then put it in there.
So how is this a controversial take? That sounds like
No, I said not controversial. I said I like that hack.
I
It
don't
sounded like you said hat.
Well,
No, I
what's
said hack.
controversial?
Hack.
What's controversial is I don't like their breadsticks.
See, I do. I always liked your breadsticks.
I've never
Oh,
been a
either.
fan. I
it seems
actually
okay
would-
to me.
this is a throwback, and actually there is one here which I haven't ate at, and I have never ate at the one here. But in Indiana, I used to go to Fazoli's all the time, and I actually liked theirs more than Olive Garden. But I don't even like breadsticks anymore. Like I don't like those kind. I'm not a fan of.
See, like Fazoli's, I never was a fan of Fazoli's. Never was.
The one in the late '90s, Fazoli's was good. Same with like Boston Market, because in Indiana they had Boston Market. We didn't have Boston Market in Iowa. So when I lived in Indiana, go to Boston Market, you get a big old fucking piece of meatloaf and fucking mashed potatoes and fucking destroy that shit. Or you go to Fazoli's, like us, like a bunch of people from my high school in Brown County, in Indiana, we would go to Fazoli's and have lunch. And it was all right. It was good. I liked it better than fucking Olive Garden.
See,
But I don't like breadsticks from like I just don't like those kind of breadsticks.
see, like you said, Boston Market, right? The only Boston Market I ever liked was in Everett for some reason.
I never went to the one in Everett.
I mean, that's the one I ever liked.
I only went to the one in Indiana. But I will tell you, there are so at the commissary here, they have the Boston Market, the big chicken pot pies,
Yeah.
the real deep ones and big. I like those. I'm a huge chicken pot pie fan to begin with. Like, it's got to be chicken pot pie. It can't be that chicken and fucking broccoli bullshit. It can't be turkey. It can't be like, it has to be chicken because that's the way it's supposed to be.
Like God
And
intended. Yes.
absolutely. I mean, it's called a fucking chicken pot pie for a reason.
Yeah.
So that's what I like. And Boston Market has a really good one. I like it.
How come? Ooh, damn.
But, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the breadsticks though. I don't think I would do that with hot dogs.
They used to be good back in the day, but anytime like I haven't been to Olive Garden in like 10 years. The last time there, they were cold, they were dry, like they weren't the same, man.
Been since
they don't-
2017. Last time I ate there.
They don't put the love in it anymore.
Nothing
You're
has
like-
any more love.
You're like the extended family there, not like regular family. Hello.
Oh shit! God damn it!
Look
Whoa.
at that. Look, we know
I
what
know,
Gillian's
let me
been
pull it-
looking at.
Let
Woo!
me pull that back up here. God damn it! I was like, what the fuck? I was like, fuck! Hit the wrong fucking button.
No, you didn't. You did that shit on purpose.
No, I did. I actually hit the wrong button. See what it says down there?
Snail trail.
No. Fuck me.
On it. I figured Thumper would get a kick out of that one.
I mean, she's halfway there.
So- fuck, man. Oh, the AI shit. I don't know if y'all seen this one or not. This one's getting a little out of hand. I'm surprised no one's seen this one yet. Or raised hell about this one. God damn it, I didn't hit the share with sound. What the fuck? Give me a minute. I had technical difficulties over here.
Oh, dumbass.
That thing is, I'm not even fucking drinking.
That's the problem. Y'all fucking discombobulated, all fucked up.
He's like, I don't know how to operate this sober.
There should be signs that says "Do not operate this machinery while it's sober," instead of
Yeah.
under the influence.
Kind of
Don't
like
think
driving
about it until
sometimes,
you
right?
drink.
Kind of like driving sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
Heavy
back
machinery.
roads. The back roads, anyways.
Heavy machinery. Fuck it.
Yep.
Go all out.
All right,
Can't
now
get
I
a
got it.
straight line sober, so I need to be
Out here
drunk.
breaking my damn back, busting rocks in this heat, and y'all gonna say aliens built this.
Can't see it.
Yo, bruh, I'm out here breaking my
Wrong
damn
screen.
back, busting rocks in
It's
this
on the
heat,
screen.
and y'all gonna say aliens built this.
Can't see it.
Yo, bruh.
Did you hear it?
We heard it, but we didn't see it.
Now can you see it?
Hang on. It's
Hey,
It says on
there,
screen.
there we can see it.
You need to put your glasses on, you old fucker.
No, it was your
I'm out here breaking
Oh,
my
it
damn
was
back,
you.
busting rocks in this heat, and y'all gonna say aliens built this. Yo, bruh.
I'm surprised they ain't hit that one fucking being racist.
They ain't going to.
Nah.
Did you
But no,
actually
shared,
hear
you
about?
shared your desktop.
What the fuck? Am I still sharing it?
Still waiting
No,
to
not
log in. Waiting to log into BattleNet is what you were waiting to do.
Oh. It ain't sharing the board, is it?
No.
No, it's not.
Okay. Yeah, that always comes up when I fucking first log in. BattleNet does. I'm like, fuck.
I did find a little bit of dark stuff for us yesterday. And in the area of organ transplants and organ donors. Some good stories.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Papa Meat or Meat Canyon, the channel.
No,
Dude,
I
got
haven't.
some
No.
good shit, man. Yeah,
Oh,
obviously,
this is gonna be fucking fun.
the first one's a little long, and it'll get Rocky going because of the situation that happens. It's
Rocky
fucked
right now
up,
is-
dude. It's so fucked up.
Rocky is so calm. I don't think you're gonna have any problems with that.
Oh, he's eating. He's eating.
Yeah,
he's like,
he's eating.
Rocky.
Listening.
what do you eat?
He's gonna show a piece of it.
Now you see, you've invoked evil Mick here. Why did you do that?
My wife made
God
me a
damn it, you
quarter.
guys.
She,
You know-
she cooked. She grilled me a porterhouse steak for me.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Like the most awesome woman that ever lived.
let's see it. Let's see it. Come on now.
I've ate about half of it.
Well, let's see it.
Made me a sweet potato and asparagus too.
Oh, you can keep the asparagus. Fuck that.
Asparagus is good.
Nice.
I never did like it though. So
No, I don't like
I
it.
love asparagus.
the sweet potato. Oh hell yeah.
I don't like sweet potato.
I'm gonna go
No.
on mute while you guys talk, okay?
I don't like sweet potato either. I'm on your side. I'll take asparagus. Oh, and I don't like sweet potato.
Yep. I don't like sweet potatoes. They're too sweet. I don't eat sweets. So when it's too sweet for me, I'd rather have a white or a yellow potato, like a Yukon Gold or
Yeah,
something where
when
it's
you
creamy
gotta
and buttery,
when you gotta fucking like Thanksgiving when I was a kid, you gotta put so much sugar on it to make that
Nope. Ugh,
like marshmallow on top fucking shit. Like, no.
No,
that's too sweet.
no, I'm with Thumper here, man. Sweet potatoes, fucking garbage.
I like a
Look at
buttery
the
potato.
face he's making when he's like trying to tear that motherfucker, whatever he's trying to do.
He's trying to stab that fucking steak.
Just eat it. Just eat it off
Just
the
pick it up and
bone.
start fucking eating it, man.
Yeah.
Just like caveman style. There you
I was
go.
gonna say, go caveman. It's Father's Day.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's
Well,
one
yeah,
thing I
alright.
miss
Fucking-
grilling is a goddamn tomahawk. I miss doing those.
I think it's overrated. I mean, it's good
I-
steak, but I think it's overrated.
I like them. I mean, yeah, they're expensive. Don't get me wrong, but I like them though. I mean,
Well, the problem is with the tomahawk is they, there's a certain mystique around it. Hey, it's the
Yep.
tomahawk, and it does tend to be pretty thick, which is great.
Yep.
But they also charge you for the bone. That
Yep.
bone goes into the weight of the steak, and so
Yep.
you pay for a part of the steak that you're not going to eat.
Yep.
It's kind of a waste.
So what I used to do is I would cut the handle off the bone. I would cut most of it off and then cut it down the middle, get all that marrow out, put it on top of the steak when I cooked it. So I actually paid for the marrow. I'm going to fucking use it. And that gave me, oh, there goes Rocky.
He's going caveman style.
That
Oh,
gave it
bone marrow is a total fucking life hack, man. It is
whole
so
different flavor.
tasty, it's like beef flavored butter. It's so great.
Yeah.
Yep. So
It
that's
just
what
looks
I would
fucked
do.
up.
I would cut the bone all the way down to where the meat was, and then I would slice that. I would cut that bone, and then scoop out all that fucking marrow. So fucking good.
And nutritionally speaking, marrow is amazing for you.
100%.
Along the same lines as brain and liver, it's like an organ meat.
Yep.
It's just so fucking good for you. And when you put bone marrow into like a broth, holy shit! Like one time I took bone marrow and I put it into a beef stew that I made. It was just next level.
I do ramen with bone marrow in it. It's so fucking good.
Yep.
It's so
What
good.
the hell happened to you?
Yeah.
Sorry, but
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention. What'd you say?
Dude, I don't know. I fell off. I lost
I
internet.
was like, what the fuck?
Andy froze.
His internet's fucking up on him.
Yep, he froze. But yeah, I enjoy the fucking bone marrow. I'll use bone marrow a lot. That's I like tallow too because tallow's all the fat. I save all my fat. If I do trim a steak, which is rare, I will throw that fat in a baggie and I'll put it in the freezer. And then when I get enough, then I'll render it down and make my own tallow.
Got it.
Yeah, I take all my trimmings and I boil them down to tallow in the crock pot. I put in about a quart of water, and then I put in all of my beef tallow or my trimmings. Let it go for about 6 hours on a high, and everything separates. And then you let it cool. You put the whole thing into the fridge, and you just take the puck of fat off the top of it. Done.
Yeah, I do that 2 to 3 times before I'll actually save it. I'll process it 3 different times in that crock pot just to make sure that there is no meat left in that, no impurities or anything, because pure tallow won't go rancid on you at all.
No, it won't. It's like bacon grease.
Yep, you can save it forever.
Countertop. Yep.
Same with duck fat too. I mean, I strain the duck fat. Once I get everything boiled down, I strain it. But I love how the duck fat is, man. Dude, I get some fucking good old fucking rinds out of those. At the very bottom, right? Oh my God. Crunchies for your salad, whatever, right? I got Rocky's new name for this next one here. I'm a black belt eating tacos, so we got called Rocky Miyagi tacos. Miyagi-san of the taco world.
Oi, for crying out loud.
Shit, I'm still waiting for fucking the new Karate Kid to come out. Cause I pre-ordered it. I was able to pre-order it. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna pre-order this bitch.
What are you pre-ordering?
The new Karate Kid.
Oh.
Where it's got Jackie Chan in it and all that shit, and Ralph Macchio or whatever the fuck his name is.
That's a movie, right? They're doing a movie.
Yeah. Yep.
I haven't watched any of the new stuff.
It's supposed to be about bringing both sides together, right? Of the kung fu and the karate side of it. So we'll see. Can't be bad. It's got Jackie Chan in it, so
Speaking of horror stories, you guys ready to start this little clip that I fucking got from Papa Meek?
Yeah,
it's gonna get fucking good and dark. Hopefully, Rocky can hold down his food.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Doobadoo. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All the people in the UK are like, he's still out there? While these tragic cases highlight the devastating consequences of negligence and... Sorry.
What the fuck are we watching?
Christ.
You do bump?
No.
Organ donation.
While these
sharing is
tragic cases
caring.
highlight the devastating consequences of the negligence in organ transplantation, the world of organ donation can also take unexpected and deeply personal turns. Imagine giving your kidney to the love of your life, just for her to leave you and take your kidney with her. All right? That would me. I'd be like, that'd be the time where I'm like, give it back. Give it back. Take it back. You get half of everything, chop the fucking kidney in half and give half of it back to me. That's what I'd say. One doctor lived this exact tale and fought to recover his kidney. Good
Oh, shit.
man. Dr. Richard Batista gave his kidney to his wife in 2001 after her kidneys began to fail. Once he found out he was a match, he gave her one without question. But 4 years later, he found out that his wife was cheating on him and filed for a divorce.
I save your life, and this is what you do.
I give you a fucking kidney. And she's just like, I don't know. He still doesn't know how to really reach back there and get it. Thank you. Who the fuck you sleeping with? Oh my God. It's normal for couples going through divorce to fight over possessions, but Richard was determined to get his kidney back because he's a fucking Chad. So he took his wife to court and demanded that she either give him the kidney back or pay $1.5 million. Yes! The story was so ridiculous that the news outlets picked it up and provided coverage for everyone to watch. And it wasn't until 4 years after the initial divorce had been filed that a Supreme Court judge denied his request. Boo! Stating that the kidney was a gift and therefore he could not get it back. Okay, was it a gift or was he just being like, you're gonna die, I'm gonna help you out? You fucking kidding me? That's bullshit. I'd be like, pay up, pay the piper, bitch. You know what I mean? She probably has like some like little fucking buck-toothed kid now from this new guy.
Yeah.
Do that, and I'm like, also, you have to drown your child in a river.
I know. I take the kidney.
That's so yeah. Oh my God, drown the kid.
Jesus Christ.
That's only fair because either let him die or give me his kidney.
And then when he does die, you still get his kidneys.
Grabbing that little motherfucker, reeling him in, cutting that bitch open myself. That's only fair, Nick.
He's a doctor.
All right, keep the money. I don't need money. That's fine.
Oh my God.
And I'm getting it from you. The kid's like, guess what? Mommy's a whore. That's what I'd say. Mommy's a fucking little slut. The new guy's like, yeah, she is.
The fuck?
She's like, I feel great with this kidney. She's probably flaunting it too and shit.
yeah.
Oh my God. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
I bet he's thinking about his kidney getting.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's another one that I'll queue up here in a minute. It's a little bit farther down, but it has to do with the military and some military fucking experiments through a government contractor. That's absolutely fucking hilarious, dude. I never knew that we were doing that kind of shit. But isn't that fucked up?
Hell yeah, it is. He should have
Yeah.
got his kidney back, or he should have had to pay for it because, you know, the vows stay for better or for worse, right? So you should do whatever you can do to make sure they live, right? And he did. You know, hey up. You don't want to be buried with me, but you're gonna pay for my kidney. Fuck you. You know,
I know.
oh Rocky Boy, he was just going to town on that fucking steak over there while he was watching that.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, here's one that talk about the bitter baby mamas on Father's Day.
What?
Bitter baby mamas on Father's Day.
Oh.
And that's how some women see it. Right there.
That's
What's-
fine. Well, and Mother's Day too. Should be fucking recognizing and respecting your parents throughout the entire year anyway. I mean,
Exactly.
like I said the last time, I don't celebrate my wife as Mother's Day
Yeah.
because she's not my mother.
I mean,
Same
I'll
thing.
tell her I'll tell my mom Happy Mother's Day and shit, but I did the same thing with when I was married, right? She goes, you get me anything for Mother's Day? I said, no, I ain't your fucking kid.
Yeah. Fucking Christmas, anniversary, birthday. If you feel like giving on those days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you could do appreciation at any time of the year, any day that you want to.
Yeah.
Like Mick does going out to dinner with his wife.
Yeah. Exactly.
Same shit. You don't need a fucking day to declare it.
Yeah. And just
That's
like Valentine's Day, just fucking kick that one to the curb altogether. Fuck that.
Yes.
You know. And I had a woman one time, she goes, well, you gonna buy me flowers for Valentine's Day? I said, fuck no. I said, the only time a man should buy flowers or something, I think, or a woman should buy flowers, if it's someone fucks up. You know.
Or funeral.
True. Yeah. That right there. You know, but I don't buy flowers. They're fucking too expensive. I said, I'm going to pick you some dandelions and give them to you. How about that?
Go get you some fucking cattails out of the fucking river there.
You know, some wildflowers on the side of the road. Fuck. I mean, hey, it's all free.
I do got another one queued up. I got another one queued up. This is how petty women can be, man. This is absolutely like you just showed that shit.
Yeah.
There's another one. This is even more fucked up. What this lady did to her husband.
Yeah.
I got to get back to the share.
After losing his penis. Not just one time, but twice. In 2005, a 45-year-old Chinese man lost his penis in an undisclosed accident that, according to his surgeons, quote, left him with a small stump. Unable to urinate or have sex normally. I'd kill myself. At the request of both the man and his wife, doctors performed a penis transplant using the organ from a 22-year-old man deceased donor. Awesome. That young dick, too. Good for him, man. He's just like, look at him now. Slapping against his thighs. Yeah, between his legs, he's like, take me down to Kokomo. The surgery was a huge success. See? Huge success. As it was the first ever transplanted penis. 2005 was the first ever transplanted penis. Man.
I was learning a lot. I was like,
that's
I thought we
insane.
already did this.
Wow, you would think that they'd been doing that forever. All right. Doctors reported that there was no signs of rejection and that everything functioned normally. However, after the man returned home, his wife began to psychologically reject the new organ and insisted it be removed.
Do you think it was too big, a different shade of color, or weird looking?
I don't care. How often are you actually like mean mugging that motherfucker, like looking at it? Lights usually off, you're underneath the cover. I mean, how would you psychologically reject?
Do you think it winked at her?
I'm gonna give this fucking Chinese guy. We might have two patrons' names back to back. Yeah, she probably was
Jesus Christ.
looking like a yokai or something. Was like, I don't know how she got that. Whatever. But she insisted that it be removed. Not long after the transplant, he underwent another surgery to have it removed to make his wife happy.
Fuck that.
No fucking way.
Okay, so I have to intervene. Why are we watching videos by this bearded, fat, autistic loser on fucking Father's Day when this guy will clearly never be a father?
Well, the idea is that men will give to women, Father's Day itself.
Yeah, but
and then they reject it.
But not us.
No, not us.
I mean, I gotta call it, dude. Like, this is a Father's Day podcast. Like, why are we fucking giving a stage to these fucking losers?
I thought you said
all
you
this
seen Papa Meat. You were
bullshit.
laughing. You never seen Meat Canyon stuff?
No, I have, and time and place. Like, fucking hell, man.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
Ugh.
I don't know if I think
funny.
on that one.
It's definitely funny. I mean, like, no question. It's fucking hilarious, but goddamn, man.
I thought it was. It's okay. Then you missed the one about the guy that donated his mom to the military company, and they were using her body to test out IEDs.
Oh, play that one. That shit sounds fucking
Oh, okay.
hilarious.
I'll play that one instead.
No, play it. I haven't seen that one. Play it.
These are the lead ups, man.
Oh shit! You never know what's gonna go on here with us. Yeah.
I mean,
what
if
do
you
you
think
fucking
about it,
know?
they do got to know what IEDs can do and how they affect the body. I mean, dude, that's why like early on in the beginning of the wars, women were getting plastic surgery for free. Like fake tits and everything else because the plastic surgeons were practicing on rebuilding the tits. So women in the service were getting free fucking breast implants and everything else. And it's like, fuck.
Wait, are you
You know?
serious?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
absolutely.
Oh
Yeah, they were getting, yeah. And it was a twofold thing because the women, if their tits were small and they wanted bigger tits, it was helping with depression and all this other stuff. And the surgeons were getting to get practice because of IEDs and all that other shit. They were getting better at rebuilding body parts because of it.
No shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I would ever trust a fucking military doctor to do that kind of shit.
That's actually pretty fascinating, I gotta say.
I mean, there's some good military doctors out there, don't get me wrong. But some of them ain't worth the fuck.
You mean to tell me if they didn't come to you, Gillian, and be like, "Hey, we'll do a penis enlargement for free," you wouldn't jump on that?
Hell no.
I know you would jump all over that.
Hey, I'm happy with my little pecker. Come on now. And no, that would be my fucking luck, right? That the motherfucker would make it shorter instead of bigger.
Now,
You know?
now if it was a VA surgeon. If it was a VA doctor, that shit is you're gonna have an innie, not an outie.
Well, some of those VA doctors was in the military too. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
look, man. The way I see it, if my 3.5 inches ain't enough for you, whatever. You know what? It's fine.
as long as I get my nut off, I don't care if they get theirs or not. They got a dildo for that shit for a reason.
You can
okay,
you
use
can
your
rub
dildo.
up on a corner of the bed and get yourself off. It don't matter.
Shit, the wind blow if the wind blows right.
Well, it's like the old joke, you know, the girl is looking up and down a line of naked men to see which one she wants to sleep with, and she's looking them up and down and back and forth, and comes across a little skinny dude with a 2-inch cock, and he, you know, looks at her and she looks at him, and she looks down and says, "Who are you going to please with that?" And he goes, "Me."
This is true.
Yeah.
All right, little Tate, throw that video on.
All right. 1 second.
Is Rocky okay? He just now turned on the volume.
Oh, he's fine. He's just eating.
I just unmuted, man. Dude, my wife is awesome.
He just did what people hear.
That is all I can say is my wife is awesome. And I love
He just
that.
did well here. He just did what people hear smack his lips, right? While he's eating.
Fuck is this?
On from his mother's death, he had just received her ashes and believed that her body was being put to good use after her death. That was until a Reuters report showed him that the company he donated his mother's body to, Biological Resource Center, actually sold his mother to the military without his consent. Buckle up, because this is going to be
Oh,
extreme.
just when they shot the mom
After hearing
out
this news,
in outer
Jim dug a
space.
little deeper and found that his mother was strapped to a chair and put through a simulation to see how IEDs affected soldiers. The
Oh,
U.S.
man.
government blew up his mom, which I
That's fucked up.
The rest
Yeah.
of where it goes.
I'll be back. I'll be back. That's so sad, but it's hilarious and sad at the same time. I'm in
And
between.
useful.
There's no in between thing.
I don't know what to think about that one, to be honest with you. I don't. You know.
It
Wow.
goes on, dude. That company has all kinds of cadavers and body parts that they weren't even labeled. They just were labeled, identified as what they were.
You know what though? If it helps, fuck it. Because I've been in IEDs. The shit fucking sucks. And if it helps them understand the effects of the IED, then I'm all for it. If you donate your body to science, you're not specifying what kind of science. It could be a dildo factory. You never know.
What is the study? It fucks you up. Come on now. I mean,
pressures, what it does at the cellular level, even though you're not alive, you still have cells. So the pressures, the cellular level, the heat, there's a lot. Protection of doors, thicknesses, different thicknesses and stuff like that to find thresholds. There's a lot, you know. There's different IEDs. There's deep buried, there's shallow buried, there's
I know that.
EFPs, which are explosively formed projectiles, which use copper. There's all kinds of different things. So, like, I get it. Like, it makes sense. Yeah, blow Granny up. I don't give a fuck.
I think the key thing was they sent back ashes and then took her body. they took her body and used it. I mean, I don't know how they found out about it. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, but
Well, well, think about it, right? Okay. Now that might give women an idea to do with us.
well, ain't no woman in charge of my body anymore for goddamn sure.
But you know what I mean? Though, instead of getting that, cremated or buried, right? They're like, he was a dick to me. Fuck him. I'm gonna send him this company to get blown up.
That would be my luck. My eighth IED. Fucking bullshit.
All right, fine. This is for Mick. This is for real men on Father's Day. Here, I queued up a clip for you, buddy. I don't know if you like motors or anything. You might not be into that kind of stuff. So, it's real short too. It won't take long. You guys seen this one? Come on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That fucker
Fuck
fast,
yeah.
dude.
Nightmares.
Fucking V8. Fucking. Imagine what you could do to a body with that.
Oh, instantaneous.
Just think about if you hit a knob with that motherfucker, right? You didn't have the right chain on it. Think about the kickback.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, it's the kickback's bad enough with the fucking regular chainsaw motor. I mean, god damn.
Hell yeah.
Now, how many of your here has ever smoked salmon? Yeah. I know you have. Little Tate, you ever smoked one?
No, I haven't smoked one yet. I've smoked some fish, but I haven't done salmon itself.
Okay. I was scrolling through Facebook, right? He put fucking salmon on butcher paper in the barrel, skin on. In the barrel, right?
That doesn't sound right.
I'll show you here. I'll show you. This is all pit
I don't even have one of those, and I know that doesn't sound right.
fan page, right? Get the odors that was having, right? If you get skin on, because you can see the skin right there, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck get that skin crispy? Don't put butcher paper foil. Get it crispy.
No, you end up steaming it that way.
Yes, I know. Now, I do like the idea of fucking lemons, right? I've done that too, lemons. But you want that skin fucking crispy, in my opinion. I'm like,
hold on. If you're gonna put it on anything, it should be a fucking plank, a cedar plank, because the cedar will pull.
oh shit.
Gilly.
What? They just shared that. I didn't even realize I still share my screen. It makes post popped up,
The cedar though will pull the moisture out of the skin and crisp it up.
I know. I mean,
you need to go through your stories up top there and
what? Stories on top, what? What's wrong with them? No, those just show up all the fucking time.
I know.
So
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that.
You seen this one then?
No.
Anything you say can and will be held against you.
Boobs.
Boobs.
That's the key word right there. Gazungas. I call them gazungas because of Encino Man.
Breasticles.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Gazungas. That's the perfect word for boobs, though, man. Gazungas.
I'm still waiting for a Megacino Man too, you assholes.
Weren't they talking about it?
Yeah, they was too. Yeah.
Thought I seen a report on that a while back about them making a second one.
Yeah, and they're supposed to make a fucking. This is just rumor. Another son-in-law. You know. But
What's
yeah,
the point? The first movie wasn't that good.
that's funny with Pauly Shore. It's just like Encino Man's funny. You know.
Yeah.
Rocky, wake up.
Dude,
There's the dead silence that I noticed last night on the last video yesterday. Because nobody else has any more content.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was you
I
fall
don't have
asleep?
anything to share, but
was I falling asleep? No.
Yeah.
No, I was looking at something that I'm doing some research on.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, did he fall asleep on us?
So I'm looking for something to talk about on the podcast that's not the regular everyday shit. So it's something else that's different. Who knows?
Well, you know, I could talk about BattleTech for hours and hours and hours.
I
That
think
doesn't
we
mean it
could
makes
talk
for a
about
good
boobs
podcast.
for hours too, actually.
Well, let's talk about boobs then. Okay. So, do you prefer the, sweet chariots, swing low and heavy? Do you like the perky ones, the mosquito bite ones? Do you like the ones that are in the B to D range that are perfectly proportioned, or do you like something a little more momish? Something a little large and abused that hangs low, but it looks like they have some service life on them. Or do you want something that's a little higher up, something that looks like it doesn't have a whole lot of experience? Like, I mean, come on, we can talk about tits for hours, right?
You want tits that give you a black eye.
That right there would be like about 5 to 6 to 7 to 20 episodes. Just talking
That's what
about
I'm trying
that
to get
because
at.
we like, dude, you know about the study from Germany, right? They did a study, right? And they did a study where they had this group of guys that looked at female breasts every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zungas. Then they had another group that never saw boobs at all. Guess which ones were the happier ones?
what the fuck is that?
The guys that saw the gazungas.
Obviously.
But it's like
I mean, now isn't the time to do it, but should we just devote an entire podcast just to talking about tits?
we're gonna have to come up with a code word for it.
Oh, a code word, really? Since when is tits a bannable offense?
We'll call it Nebopolis.
What is this? Hodges' fucking basement with a safe word to talk about boobs?
I would Tate here. Like, what the fuck? Just if you're gonna talk about boobs or tits, just talk about them.
I'm just playing.
I think we should just go ahead and queue up Breast Men with David Schwimmer and what was the other guy where we were talking about breast augmentations and them doing tit jobs. Go ahead and cue that movie up. You guys ever see that?
No, I'm aware of it, but I haven't seen it.
If I remember right, it was an HBO special, and they made a movie talking about the two guys the plastic surgeons that were starting breast implants, became popular.
And by the way, the safe word changes every week in my basement. It's never the same.
Boy,
He just had to add that detail in, you know.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot.
There's a lot. Yep. There's a lot.
yeah, and I do hold a lot back just because of the public forum that we're on. Believe me, this could get way more fucked up if we wanted it to.
Dude, I'm sure that we could turn this thing into like the fucking thing that ran off the rails and then went to the other side of the fucking galaxy and back in about 2 parsecs. I don't know. Who knows?
Despite the fact that parsecs are a unit of measure of length and not time.
Yes, in Star Wars.
Yeah. You, Rocky, are part of the problem.
No, I'm not. I'm the one that brings up the problem so everyone can figure out, hey, this is a fucking problem. Let's fix this.
So go for it.
I already had a solution, but since y'all don't want to listen, let's talk about it.
I do want to listen. I'm on your side, dude. I am up for any engagement of any kind.
Breast Man? That's a real fucking movie?
It is. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, yes, it is.
See, I like Good Luck Chuck.
Get it on Amazon for $14.50.
Or pirate it on Pirate Bay for, nothing.
Is that still up and running?
Wait, no.
Oh, yeah. I use it all the time, dude.
I haven't seen it.
Wait, it's still Pirate Bay still works?
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought they shut it down.
Nope. Every time they shut it down, they move.
Huh. I got a warning once using Pirate Bay because they traced me.
Yeah, that's why you get a VPN, dude.
Well, yeah, but this was 2004, 2003.
Okay, so 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Do you have a VPN now?
Not now. I don't need to. I mean, everything I look up is legal. I'm not that far off the hinges there.
It,
But
it
that's
begs
part of
the
your problem.
question: how fucking bad a society that you have a fucking black or dark internet where you want to view things that are so fucking messed up, it's not right for public view. How many
Yeah, see,
motherfuckers are actually into that? How many people are actually sick in the fucking head?
if that's the case, I just film it
Like,
myself.
has
in the
anyone ever
basement.
asked that question before? Like, wait a minute. All these motherfuckers want to go on, what is it, the dark internet or whatever it's called?
Dark
Dark
web.
web.
Dark web.
Dark web, and fucking look at shit or buy shit or get involved in shit that's just going to turn to complete shit.
Hey, you're fucking with my business here.
I don't care. It's just a bunch of shit. Like,
Well-
you're all about the shit, so let's talk about that shit.
Well,
The shit
rock,
is
rock.
going to be that shitty when we talk about that shit.
Okay, so
I'm not shitting you about that shit.
Okay, are you aware of the phrase? Was it oh god, what is it?
Shit?
We will see man-made horrors that are beyond our comprehension. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I don't know who said that though.
H.P. Lovecraft. I think it was either that or Nikola Tesla. It was one of the
Probably
two.
Tesla. Probably
Yeah,
Tesla.
but he said we will experience man-made horrors that are beyond our comprehension.
Yes.
And so I've committed myself to experiencing all of the man-made horrors so they are no longer beyond my comprehension. I have seen shit that you would not fucking believe.
Like what?
You wouldn't believe it.
Oh man.
I bet
Huh?
you I've jerked off to it.
Like what?
I have seen a cartel video. I mean, is this gonna get us kicked off of YouTube if I describe
Yeah, we
it?
probably leave that one alone
Yeah.
because it'll probably be a Cuban necktie.
I've
I
probably
have
jerked off to it.
Or did it
times.
come clean off with the pocket
No,
knife?
no, far worse than what any of you are joking about.
Oh,
Far
I'm not
worse.
joking about it, but I'm like, that was a pretty brutal one to watch back in 2011, 2010.
This
On
is far
Facebook.
worse. No, this is far worse.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, I understand what you're saying, Rock, but at the same time, I almost feel a primitive urge to watch this sort of thing just so I know how bad it can get.
You know what? I think that's actually normal.
You know, I mean, I would never.
I think when you're faced with something that's so
As men,
out of the
As-
ordinary or inhumane or just evil or wicked, you have to witness it so that you can process it.
and we have to know exactly the nature of it, so
But
that we can adequately protect our families from it.
yes,
Well,
it does
here's the
become
thing. I don't care what videos you've seen. If you've never seen it in person, you haven't seen shit. Just saying.
You know, that is also true too. Some people experience life and death like that all the time. And I don't think that the other people that think they're, mentally scarred or emotionally, what is the fucking word that everyone uses right now?
Traumatized.
They're traumatized because someone told them, no, go wash your fucking ass. Clean your fucking room.
Now
Yeah.
this is trauma. This is being traumatized right here. I'm just,
You know what though? From like 4'11" to 5'4" is fun size.
yeah. But no, I was saying, you said traumatized, right? And that just pulled up in my feed. I'm like, that dolphin's getting traumatized right there.
Don't care. Anyways,
Yeah.
like people see this stuff and then they I don't know if people know how to handle it. It does something to people's heads. When you see something that's really bad or really taboo or whatever for a while, you get used to it and then you start thinking it's okay. And I think that's what's been going on for so long is this dark web has had all this stuff that's been really not good for anyone to watch. And people are watching it and thinking it's okay now. Look at that. That is love right there. I love that. Awesomeness. Good for you, man. Love you, Mick. Anyways, I don't know if I'm making sense, but I think I am. I don't.
No, you are. No, you are. You are.
And it's weird because like I'm desensitized from almost everything. Whether it's something that happened to a family member or whether it's something that happened to someone on video or something that I know about, I'm completely desensitized because I've seen like all three things. And I have to remember that when other people are talking to me about something they went through, it's probably not as bad as what I saw or what I went through. And I have to remember that, hey, just talk to them where they're at because they may not be at that level where they're able to deal with it like you can.
Yeah, that's true.
With reality, like everyone talks about reality, but reality is fucking reality, whether you fucking believe in fairy or fucking fae or whatever. If they ain't real, they ain't real.
See,
It's
I'm
just the way
opposite.
it is.
I'm opposite. You have the feeling that what you just said. So I know I've seen worse than most people.
Yeah.
90% of people.
Yeah.
Whether it's being in Iraq, whether it's being a paramedic, whether it's being a federal law enforcement officer with the Federal Bureau of Prisons,
To be honest,
whether it's being a medical examiner. I mean, just kind of give you an idea. Like, we'll just go down this rabbit hole. Because one day I was working in the prison, and a guy was refusing to cuff up, get cuffed in his prison cell. Looked us straight in the eye, said, "I'm not fucking coming out." I said, "Yeah, you are." I said, "No, I'm not." I said, "Okay." So we did the protocol. We called everybody in. We were going to do a 4-cell extraction. He walks up to the fucking the window in his cell, which is about yay big, just big enough for your face, right? We're up against it. The bean hole, which is where we feed them through. We give them the tray. We open that. We spray OC in. Close it. He takes a piece of fucking metal, the mirror on the wall, and he uses it and he cuts his fucking testicles out and smacks them against the window and smears it all over the window. Then rubs blood all over him and says, "Come get me, motherfuckers." So there's that. There's dead kids in Iraq. There's fires where you can hear people screaming. There's beheadings that I've seen in person. There's all kinds of stuff. So most people that say they're desensitized are really not desensitized, because I've seen grown-ass men throw up because a woman was being beheaded on the side of a road in Afghanistan on the side of a mountain, and there was nothing we could do about it.
that's pretty messed up.
So most of the time when somebody tells me they're desensitized, I just kind of like, okay, cool. I can guarantee you, if you were with me, you'd probably fucking throw up, or you'd have some fucking sleeping problems, And so, like, I don't know, like that kind of that kind of thing. I just kind of like sit back. I make jokes about stuff. Like, I mean, earlier I was like, yeah, I probably jerked off to that, because to me that's probably not fucking not very bad compared to some of the shit I've seen.
But to throw up, you would actually have to care first.
Not
Trust
always.
me, you don't have to care to throw up. It's the sight and the sounds that you're hearing, the gargling while their blood is going down the trachea, and knowing that somebody's life is slipping out of their fucking grasp, while there are people sitting there waiting for them to die and not helping them, trust me, it gets to you no matter how much you think you care or don't care, because you've never been in that situation. Honestly, you've seen it on a video, but you haven't seen it in person. If you saw it in person, you'd probably fucking shit
You
your
know,
pants.
that is a fair point, Brett, that nobody ever talks about. They're always like, you know how on the mainstream news, they're always like, everyone's desensitized, but no one actually describes, hey, this is what actually fucking happened. How would you deal with it?
Well, it's that whole conversation. You know, what would you do in this situation? What would you do if someone broke into your house? Would you shoot him? Would you kill him? Or this or that?
Well, I mean, every person's going to.
Well, they're like, oh, how would you feel if you killed somebody? And a lot of people would be like, oh, well, I just kill them and I wouldn't feel one way about it because they're a criminal. But the fact of the matter is, you don't know how you're going to feel about killing somebody until you actually do it.
And here's the thing.
Because
I don't know about you guys.
I don't know. And I'm willing to admit that, you know. So I get what you're saying, Thump. You just don't know until you're there.
Here's the thing. I think on this podcast, I'm probably the only one that knows how I would feel.
Yeah.
Well, have you killed somebody?
Just put it this way. Just put it this way. He was at Camp Laramie when all the shit went down.
In the line, in the line of duty.
And that's what I mean. Of course, that's what I mean.
Here's the thing. I was in Iraq from 2006 to 2008. I was there before the troop surge, during the troop surge, and when the British pulled out. I was at Camp Leatherneck, Camp Bastion when the attack happened in 2012.
Okay, so you have a good deal more experience than the rest of us.
My team was the one that actually fought the insurgents that came onto the base. We were being resupplied by the British military police. I got a coin from them. I got it down in the basement. I'll dig it out one of these days and put it on here.
Okay, so you've stacked.
I've been in Iraq from 2015 to 2016. I took army units out, Iraqi army units, and we pushed ISIS out of villages, towns, and cities. And in March of 2016, Iraq had its largest victory over ISIS in Mosul. You can look it up. It's true. It's right there. That was the team I took in. And I was one of 8 Americans on that base other than Lockheed Martin, who were selling 32 F-16s to the Iraqi Air Force in Camp Balad. And I still talk to the Iraqis that I worked with in Camp Balad. So yeah, I've taken lives, and I can tell you exactly. I can tell you exactly how I would feel, and in all honesty, every single one affects me differently, but I can handle it differently than others because I've been there, done that, and I literally have a jacket from it. Not a t-shirt. I got a fucking jacket. So, I mean, you got to understand when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't talk about a lot of that stuff. There's a lot that I just skimmed over, and there's a lot more to it. But, you know, I've worked through my shit.
So what brings you peace, brother? What brings you peace? You know, we all know that you've done some, you know, seriously stress-inducing shit. You know, a lot of stuff that most people can't even comprehend. I mean, including me. You know, I've seen a little death in my time, but not like you've seen. What brings you peace? What is it that levels you out, and what is it that keeps you going?
My son. My son's the one that actually kept me alive.
God, that's fucking beautiful, man.
So,
and this is a Father's Day podcast. That is fucking gorgeous, man. Keep talking.
The couch that I'm sitting on right now, which you can't see because of my background is artificial. The couch I'm sitting on right now, this couch was almost painted red numerous times. The wall behind me was almost painted red numerous times. I sat here with a fucking pistol in my hand numerous times. My son is the thing that kept me going. Okay. And
Are you listening, everybody? Anybody who watches this podcast, are you listening to this? This is what you need to hear. Thumper, continue.
Mm-hmm.
So I have learned over the years to continue to work on myself, and I know how I'm going to react. You know, I make jokes. I'm like, yeah, we need a civil war. We need to reset our country. I can't wait for the day we have a fucking purge, because you know what? I know how I'm going to operate. I know what I'm doing. I know my capabilities, and I get tired of people taking advantage and taking for granted what we have in this country. And I know that I'll be okay. I don't give a fuck. I can do it. And so other people, though, I mean, my first time, yeah, I threw up. I was that guy. I was along with all the other guys throwing up on the side of the road after the fucking ambush. I got a tattoo on my leg because I lost 2 guys. It happens, dude. People fucking.
Yeah, did you ever see the movie True Romance?
No.
So a hitman, played by James Gandolfini, he from The Sopranos, you know. He was a hitman, and he was about to kill a girl in the movie, and he thought he had her killed. And he kind of did a little bit of a monologue about how the first time he ever killed, it was hard, and he threw up, and it was terrible. Yep. And after that, it wasn't a whole lot better, but it was a little better. And then after that, it got easier, and he fast forwarded way to that situation that he was in currently in the movie, and he said, now I just do it to see their fucking facial expression change. You know, that's real desensitized, you know. So, I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but that's real desensitization.
So, I mean, here's the thing.
You know, you're talking about throwing up in your first time and whatnot. And, you know, I'm a movie and music guy. And so it brought me right back to that scene in that movie. And, you know, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, the first time, you know, you're put into a situation like that, God, it's got to be just incredibly fucked up.
And what's crazy is my first day. So I landed in Iraq. The British flew me across the border from Kuwait, from Camp Beering to Iraq, to the base that I was stationed out of. Right.
Yeah.
We dropped down to treetop level, auto rotated from, you know, several thousand feet down to several feet. Several feet.
Right.
And we landed, and within not even 10 minutes, we had rockets. We had 107 millimeter Katyusha rockets, and we had mortars landing all around us.
They still use Katyusha?
So I knew that these people were serious about that. That was my wake up call. Like, these guys weren't fucking playing. Okay. So the first engagement that something happened, yeah, I threw up, and I fucking, it fucked with me a little bit. And then after that, I didn't throw up, but I knew what I needed to do. And I fucking opened up, and I fucking pushed forward, and I moved forward, and I took care of everybody, and I did what we needed to do. And so when it came to that, now, trust me, I'm at peace. If I need to pick up my weapon, you better not be on the receiving end of it, because I will not think twice. I won't hesitate, and I won't fucking do anything to where, what in the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I'm watching.
Yeah, just noticed that.
Gilly,
I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Monologues.
You're muted. You're muted.
Okay. Now I logged in my phone while I was pulling the chicken, right? I was in the kitchen the whole time.
This whole mood shifted real fast.
You look different, though.
Yeah.
Look like 2 different people. Like you had a different shirt on.
No, same fucking shirt. I was just in the kitchen pulling fucking chicken.
Weird.
All right, gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy Father's Day. I'm going to jump off here and get ready to go to class.
All right, brother.
Thumper, good story. I know that we'll talk about it more later.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I got about 10 minutes myself. I got to fire up.
How about I ding us off right now, boys?
Sounds good.
Go ahead and end it.
I'll ding us off.
Okay.
It was a good.
All right.
Good Father's Day. All right,
Yep.
let me get this thing ready, and we'll do it right now. Fifers departing. All right, cool.